The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klaprick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klaprick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here, brings a man in motion. It's a QB keeper, he gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20, 10, touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schraffenauge gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5, touchdown.
Wow. Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese,
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza,
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction,
Real Estate Agent Brock Fleischer, Back in Action,
Camera Casino.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Truth Memorial Field is the site for Wisconsin Flyway Conference football, Week 8, here in the state of Wisconsin, as the Mayville Cardinals are in town to take on the Ledgers. Mayville comes in unblemished 7-0. That includes a 5-0 mark in Flyway Conference play. The last of those by courtesy of a 63-12 Week 7 homecoming win versus North Fond du Lac. Springs, meanwhile, 6-1 coming in, including a 4-1 Flyway Conference mark. The single loss in both columns coming by way of last week, Week 7, on the road. They lost to the Lemira Lions by a final count of 21-7. Welcome to the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll step aside as we've got lots to get to as we work our way to the top of the hour and kickoff here of high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Back in Fond du Lac, Fruth Memorial Field is the site of tonight's Week 8 Wisconsin Flyway Conference matchup between the visiting Mayville Cardinals and the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. Scott and I with you, the crew along tonight, Colby, Kyle, and Aiden bringing you the sights and helping with the sounds. Brad Lenz at my side. And Brad, let's start with the Ledgers. They come in off of their first loss of the season last year to Lemira, or this year I should say, 21-7, the final count in Lemira. And you could say perhaps that a loss is a loss, but there's a few guys, unfortunately, for Springs that their depth has been going to be tested even more tonight after that game.
Springs is not a very deep team this year. They only came into the season with 12 seniors. 2 of them got hurt last week against Lemira. So not only did they get the L last Friday, but they're coming here tonight with 2 seniors not playing tonight, along with 5 other players. Some got hurt before the season, some got hurt early in the season, but they're very dinged up, to say the least.
On the other side of the coin, Mayville comes in off of a commanding 63-12 win, homecoming last week for the Cardinals at Ray Dunn. They took out North Fond du Lac, and this is a team that looks a lot different as far as the statistics would go, particularly from the 2 teams in 21 and 22 that went to Madison to finish the season. They don't have a dominant Blake Schroffnagel type of guy, but they're a team that's very balanced as Sawyer Hardesty comes in as the leading rusher, but he's under 700 yards. He's got a lot of help offensively, and on the other side of the coin, this is a team that has, unlike Springs, been healthy coming into this point.
And that's maybe the tipping point why I think Mayville has the advantage tonight, Scott. Mayville's coming in tonight with no injuries to speak of. They're full throttle. All 12 seniors are here tonight, and they got, of course, number 33, Sawyer Hardesty. You're going to be saying that name a lot tonight, Scott. He's the 6'2", 235-pound running back. There's going to be some moms in the Spring Silence that are holding their breath when he gets outside.
And he's a guy that, as a sophomore on that second of back-to-back state final contenders that was playing another position, he moved to that fullback spot last year when Schroffnagel and others graduated, so that's a position he's been learning, and one of the key positions in a wing T type of offense.
He was the tight end as a sophomore. That's 2 years ago when they went to state. They lost to Aquinas in the state championship. He was the starting tight end. Now he's never comes off the field. He's a starting fullback in that what they call the wing T. He'll be lined up directly behind their quarterback, their leader, Ryan Clark.
Time to see what the play of the week is. It's brought to you by Lenz Truck Center. Each week, Radio Plus features a play of the week. Be sure to vote for your favorite at the end of the season. Do that by visiting RadioPlusInfo.com. Let's see what Nick Rush has for us.
Each week, Lenz Truck Center of Fond du Lac sponsors our Play of the Week. This spring's Play of the Week comes from last Friday's game against Lemira.
2nd and 6, Sanderson. Holzman in motion. Fakes it to both. Broken play, perhaps. Anderson looking to throw deep. Know 'em all. He's got it! Carries an offender to the end zone! Touchdown, Ledgers!
All I can say is, wow, W-O-W, what a play by Noah Mull. Ben Anderson threw it up, trusted his fellow senior captain to make the play. Noah Mull has been putting his team on his back.
An incredible throw and a great catch that tops our Springs Play of the Week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Lens Truck Center.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lynn till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lyn's Truck, Lyn's Truck. We got the trucks at Lyn's Truck.
We got the trucks.
That's brought to you by Lens Truck Center, Radio Plus Play of the Week. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show rolls on from Fruth. When we come back, we'll hear from the headmen, Bob Highland of Springs and Scott Hilber of Mayville, and hear what will make them smile tonight. It's brought to you by Fondy Family Dental. Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and, yes, even during the appointment. That and more next on Radio Plus Sports.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Gear up for fall adventures and beyond and get more vehicle for your buck during the Truck Month sale at Holiday. Lock in 1.9% 5-year financing now, plus bonus cash on select models up to $1,000 while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
It's special how this team works together to get you what you want and make you a fan. I'm Irish offensive lineman Billy Strauss, and I drive Holiday.
Take a test drive, find yours, and drive it home today from Holiday Ford Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal. And unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
We're back in the pregame show, Radio Plus, Week 8 high school football. We're in Fond du Lac as the Ledgers host the Cardinals of Mayville, and joining us now is Cardinal head coach Scott Hilber. And Coach, start by talking about your homecoming game last week. You handled North Fond du Lac, stay unbeaten on the season. Talk about your evaluation of the tape after the game.
Yeah, homecoming week, they always say it comes with a lot of distractions, but we're pretty internally focused. The film from the week before just showed that we had a lot of areas to improve on, and we challenged the kids to do that. And I was pleased with the performance that they came out with. They came out with a great energy and effort on Friday night and did what we asked them to do, and we definitely improved as a football team.
Talk about how you looked at the season coming in July, early August, and what you thought was possible. How does that compare to where you stand right now into Week 8?
I thought we would be a competitive team just based off of last year. Last year we were a competitive football team, and we didn't lose a large number of seniors. So we returned some experience. We had 7 people on both sides of the ball that have started a football game or, and played pretty significant time. So we returned a lot of experience, and we felt that we have a lot of depth. So I knew we'd be competitive. I thought that, going to this year, I'm like, we should be able to compete in every football game we play. I didn't think that we'd be playing as well as we are. We have some pretty tremendous balance. Fortunately, we've been staying healthy, so that's really helped us out, and we're fresh. And got a great group of kids. They really, what ultimately boils down to having a really good football team is your leadership and your chemistry. And our leaders have been fantastic this year, and our chemistry is second to none as far as I'm concerned.
Playing off of that chemistry, when we talked late last year, you mentioned noticing things that you needed to do to be more purposeful about guiding and supporting the culture that was positive toward the success you had in prior years. Have your leadership and your boys on the field continued from where you kind of re-engaged that process mid-year last year?
Yeah, absolutely. We have to get down to the bare basics and go in with the mindset that we're building a program again. I thought our seniors really, and our whole entire team, they really stepped up. We had a great summer. We had a great summer of workouts. Our administration has been real supportive in setting us up, to be able to have opportunities, not just football players, but all of our athletes be able to develop at a time during the day. We really put a lot of focus on being more purposeful in how we run our offense and, making a true wing tee. Even a couple years ago when we had the teams that went to state, people pretty much knew where the ball was going to go at times, and it didn't matter a whole lot because we were pretty strong and dominant. We are totally different. We look different than we did 2 years ago. We're much more balanced. Our guys are selling fakes, and they're taking blockers with them without blocking anyone, and that's what you want to have in the wing tee. So we're seeing a lot of production on our offense because of that purposefulness we're talking about. The guys are bigger, faster, and stronger than what we definitely were here.
Look at the matchup with Springs. You've balanced out the rivalry the last 4 years. Your concerns with them, both sides of the ball, and what do you have to accomplish to stay unbeaten?
They just seem to reload. They lost a ton of kids from a year ago, and all they did this year was go off and win their first 6 games. And they're not slouches. They're beating teams like Lake Country Lutheran. They're beating Madison Edgewood, and they're beating those teams well. They are very balanced in their run and their pass. They've thrown for more yards than anyone in our conference, and they run the ball effectively. And as always, they play great defense. So they just bring it every year. They got that culture in place, and they just reload, and they've done it this year. Lemire, they lost to last week. Lemire is a super formidable opponent. That loss doesn't surprise me at all. These last 2 games for us are going to be a grind, but our whole entire focus is right here in front of us. It should be a good matchup.
That was Mayville head coach Scott Hilber. We're back with more after this.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision with friendly employees that still answer our phones. a bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Radio Plus pregame show continues here from Fruth Memorial Field in Fond du Lac, and we're joined by Springs head coach Bob Hyland. Coach, start by talking about the game last week against Lemira. You fall short for the first time this season. Talk about how things went down.
Well, the game was a very, very tough physical game. They're an outstanding football team. I think 16 seniors. I don't know how many of them start, but I think the majority of them have been playing for a couple of years. It was a tough task for us. Yeah, the loss hurts more so. I could told the kids that hurt more than the loss was the loss of two of our players. Josiah O'Brien dislocated his shoulder, and late in the game, Holzman dislocated a kneecap on a routine tackle. So those two, along with Baker the week before with a broken collarbone, depletes a lot of our weapons.
So look at the season as a whole. Up to that point, you were undefeated. What have been some of the traits of this particular team up until the injuries have kind of impacted your lineup?
We've had a lot of kids. I look at the statistics sometimes, and when you have, I think one game we had 7 different kids catch a pass. We've had a lot of kids to step up, do great things, and that's been the trait of St. Mary Springs. We haven't had a 100-yard rusher the whole year. Completed a lot of passes to different kids. And it's been a team effort, very much a team effort, and they rallied a lot of times again. Adversity, and right now we've got a lot of kids out, so we'll see who picks it up for this week. Next man up, as they say.
Talk about what you thought the season might play out like when you kind of prognosticated perhaps in your own mind in August, and how does that compare to where you're sitting right now, 8th week to the 8th week?
With the team we had, and we'd lost 2 starters before the season to ACLs, one basketball, one this summer, and that I knew we'd be in the conference race. I thought we'd be a pretty good football team if everything gelled, and it did for a long time. We hadn't had any more injuries, but all of a sudden it took its toll. But I think in my mind, I thought that possibly because we have new starting quarterback, running backs, and skilled positions in many cases, we might come out of our non-conference game 1-1. And when we won both of them and got rolling, our next test was the Lemira game. I thought we were ready, and they're a better football team. That's plain and simply it, I think. And now we can't look back. That's history. We have to look forward to the Mayville game and see what we can do there. And there's still a possibility, but we have to take care of our business.
Speaking of that business, lastly, Coach, your concerns with the Cardinals, which has returned, so to speak, as a rivalry, one that you dominated for a long stretch of time up to the last 4 years, which has been much more even. Concerns both sides of the ball as you prepare.
Their size and athleticism in the offensive line really is something that we might not be able to handle. Fullback is a beast. You don't see too many 230-pound fullbacks in high school who can run like he can. They've got a lot of weapons. It's a challenge. It's really a challenge, and we've had some kids respond, some kids step up, and so we'll see what we do. But they've just been strong. They've always played us tough, and their defense is very similar to what we saw last week against Lemira. Very similar, and they're going to come after you. So it's a matter of us blocking. Offensively, they bootleg a lot out, so we've got to try to contain the quarterback, and if we can do that, I think we'd be in pretty good shape. But they're a good football team. They're undefeated for a reason. They have talent. Our focus has been on us this week rather than so much on Mayville. We have to do our things better than they do.
That was Springs head coach Bob Hyland. More after this.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Back in Fond du Lac at Fruth Memorial, Wisconsin Flyaway Football Week 8. The Mayville Cardinals in town taking on the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. Time for keys to the game, and it's built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Turn vision into reality. Brad, what do you expect to see from whoever ends up coming out on top of the scoreboard tonight?
I expect to see one heck of a game, Scott. This is a game I've been waiting for all year. You might have to push me to get me going sometimes because I might just be watching the game because it might be just such a thrill to be here and watch these games. I cannot wait to see the two senior quarterbacks go against each other. You got, obviously, Ryan Clark leading not just the flyaway in quarterback rating, 158 quarterback rating, but also top 10 in the state quarterback rating. He's going to go against the other senior across the field, number 3, Ben Anderson, quarterback for the Springs. I think it's going to be whoever makes the least amount of mistakes wins this game between the quarterbacks.
Pino Construction builds the keys to the game. So we hinted a bit earlier at the injury impact on the lineup tonight, particularly for Springs. Time now for that report. It's brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Got pain? See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. For Springs, Ben Baker, Jack Holzman, both out tonight for sure. And Brad, you mentioned, of course, there were a handful of injuries that impacted the lineup for Springs both before the season and in the last couple of weeks. Mayville, no one noted of Coach Hilber that would miss tonight's game due to injury. Again, that's tonight's injury report brought to you by Bauer Chiropractic. Creeping toward the top of the hour, more particulars for you on the game as we head to kickoff here at Fruth. Mayville unbeaten, trying to stay that way heading into the final week of the season. Ledgers trying to create what could be a possible three-way tie for the top of the conference. We'll get into that before the top of the hour as well here at Fruth on Radio Plus Sports.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life.
like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Nearing kickoff at Fruth Memorial. Scott and Brad with you for Flyway Conference football on Radio Plus Sports. The 6-1 St. Mary Springs Ledgers hosting the 7-0 Mayville Cardinals. Time for tonight's starters. It's brought to you by Sargento Cheese. Start your new career at careers.sargento.com. Mayville won the toss tonight. They deferred their choice to the second half, so we'll see the Ledger offense on the field first. We'll start with the men up front, left to right on the offensive line. It's Ephraim O'Brien, a junior. Inside of him, Jack Pels, another junior. The middle man is Caden Pitts, a senior. Cannon Cluck is the right guard, a senior, and he's flanked on the right side by junior Beckett Longley at right tackle. The receivers, Khalil Rebeck, a senior as well, flanked by Brody Highland on the other side of the field. He is a senior. Joining them wide as well is Garver Beekle, a 5'11 junior. Taking the snaps at quarterback, Ben Anderson, he is a senior, and the backfield is Will Stellmacher, a junior, and at tight end, senior Noah Mall. The 4-4 Mayville defense in charge of stopping that unit to start things off looks like this across the front four. Junior Tate Drinkwine, flanked inside by junior Owen Steger. A sophomore joins him on the inside in Kellen Schaefer, and the other defensive end, senior Sawyer Hardesty. The linebackers, outside men, senior Ryan Clark. The other side of the coin defensively on the linebacking core, Mason Girth, the senior. The inside backers, junior Landon Baker and senior Parker Elbies, the team's leading tackler coming into Week 8. The secondary, the corners, Joe Promensberger, a sophomore. The other corner, Austin Thorson, a senior. And the free safety, senior Joran Schlender. And Brad, we hinted at it going into the last break that Mayville comes in unbeaten. Lemira is going into their game against Campbellsport tonight unbeaten. Springs with one loss. There's a bunch of scenarios with those three teams that could still play out tonight based on results.
I'm not sure who's doing the scheduling before the season started, but man, he or she is good. I mean, they got all the big-time games the last 2 weeks. I cannot wait. Tonight's big-time matchup is right here at Fruth Field, and then next week, depending on what happens here tonight and what happens with Campbellsport versus Lemira, wow, a lot can happen. Lemira's in the driver's seat, Scott, but if they lose the next 2 games, they could be sitting at third place in 2 weeks.
We'll come back as we get near kickoff from Fruth. About to commence Week 8 in the flyaway. The Ledger is hosting the Cardinals. Back with that and the first half here on Radio Plus Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, and Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Listen to 95 and 96.1 The Rock on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WTCX. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app. Everything that rocks. 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
Listen to Sunny 97.7 on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WFDL FM. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app and searching WFDL FM. Songs that make you feel good. Sunny 97.7.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Excellent, Gable.
Number 24, Landon Baker.
Just about kickoff time in Fond du Lac. The 7-0 Mayville Cardinals and the 6-1 St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Mayville coming off a Week 7 homecoming win, 63-12 over North Fond du Lac. Springs comes in off of their first loss of the season, 21-7 on the road against Lemira. Right Way Home Improvement brings you the opening kickoff in a moment. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home project today. Weather helps as well. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999. Or if you like the web thing, Right Way Build. That's Right Way with a W. RightWayBuild.com. Tonight's game also being brought to you on Radio Plus Info by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellistad. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Speaking of Ledger Stallions, there's a couple in that group as well, Brad.
I think you have to be an All-American basketball player to work for that company.
Ledger's being introduced on the field again tonight, and again, you look at just if you've followed Flyaway football and where this rivalry has gone in the last 4 years, of course, last year Springs actually broke a 3-game losing streak in the series for the 20, 21, and 22 seasons and used that to get to level 3. Mayville fell short in level 2 last year. Both teams trying to reenact some deep playoff run, but it's going to look a little different as both teams are going to be up a division compared to last year because of recent success.
And that's the new WIAA rule that says if you have too much success, you move up to get more challenge.
Mayville will be a Division 4 playoff team this year. Springs will be a Division 5 team, and Coach Highland will be one to tell you, hey, what's the challenge about being up? And he said, well, last year, if we'd have been up, it'd have been great because we had 7 or 8 conference champions unbeaten in Division 6 last year. They were on the road in Level 3, whereas in Division 5, you had a little more parity, and arguably Mayville may have underperformed a little bit at the front end of the season. Had they gotten past Lake Country Lutheran, they had a shot to be standing against La Crosse Aquinas in the state semifinal.
It's very interesting, Scott, how some divisions can be stronger in years compared to other years. It's very interesting to also look at softball, like girls softball. Sometimes those smaller communities, Oakfield's a good example locally, that the smaller towns really put all their efforts into concession stand, doing a good field, recruiting all the kids that start in kindergarten. That's where they have team after team after team, state championship after state championship. Well, here we go, getting ready for kickoff here.
It'll be Elijah Milsna to kick it. Corbin Ruel waits deep along with Will Stellmacher for the Ledgers.
Ruel did not play. He's number 27. He did not play last week against Lemire. He tweaked his neck last week.
So here we go. Milsna's toe is into it. High, short, and end over end. That's Maul at the 21-yard line, 25-30, running through shirts. And over across the 35 near the 40 where the Ledgers started in good real estate first down.
And Maul hasn't slowed down at all since last week. I know the Ledgers lost last week against Lemire, but man, Maul ran hard, Scott, running guys over. He almost put the Ledgers on his back to get a victory. Fell short to a very, very good Lemire team.
17-yard return. Ben Anderson leads the troops out for the Ledgers in blue trimmed with white as we open up.
Ben Anderson had his first flaws of the year last year. He was going into the game with no interceptions. He had 1 interception last week against Lemire.
Wing to the right. Out of the gun is Anderson. He takes the snap immediately to pass. Nobody open. Hit as he throws. Up in the air. And no flag as you had Ryan Clark basically body and arm defending out at the 25-yard line. No flag, incomplete.
Very interesting. I thought possibly if the Ledger wide receiver would have went with his hands up and over, he could have maybe got a flag call, but no flag, so we're going back to 2nd and 10.
You had a little bit of pressure from the outside. Owen Steger worked the stunt around to Anderson's right.
Anderson did have time. He was not pressured at all. No pass rush.
Stelmacher gets the handoff. He's tripped up as he hits the 40, falls forward. They may give him the 41, gain of about 3, sets up third down.
That's a win so far in Mayville. Stopping him on the first down, no completion, and now Will Stelmacher only for a 4-yard gain. Now it's 3rd and long.
Time and score courtesy of Quest Interiors. 3rd and 7. Receiver to the left, wide is Rebeck. Twins right. They'll bring motion right to left with Brody Highland, and now he sets up slot left. Shotgun Anderson, the fake to Stelmacher. Pressure backside. Anderson forced to tuck, running for his life. He'll heave it down the sideline. Coming back. Did he keep his feet in? I think he did. Landon Baker with the interception out across the 35 near the 37.
Well, unfortunately for the Ledgers, it was an interception. However, it was going to be 4th and long anyway, so it's basically a short punt.
So the Cardinals quickly get their offense on the field. A minute in, they force a turnover. The aforementioned Landon Baker is one of the trio in the backfield. He's joined by Joran Schlender and Sawyer Hardesty as the running backs. Ryan Clark, the quarterback. Logan Miller at tight end. The other end is Austin Thorson. The line left to right, Bennett Schellinger, Logan Sarita, Jerry Bromley, Weston Teeters, and Owen Steger. 1st and 10 Cardinals after the turnover. They take over at their own 38-yard line.
With a 6'2", 235-pound fullback.
Double wing, double tight. They'll send Schlender in motion, and Hardesty will get it. Working the right side, burrowing forward, a trio in blue there to drag him down, but not before he gets to the 44-yard line, gain of about 6.
If you're going to stop Sawyer, stop him early because he's such a big guy. The 3rd and 4th quarter, if he's gaining good yards in 1st and 2nd quarter, look out. That's trouble for the Ledgers defense. If he gets going, 3rd and 4th quarter is going to be a long night. He's going to be stronger as the game goes on.
Caden Pitts, Cannon Cluck, Billy Everson, and Beckett Longley, the front 4 down on the line for the Ledgers. We'll get you the linebackers and secondary in a moment. 2nd and 4. Schlender in motion again left to right. And they leave it with Hardesty again, bulldozing his way into Ledger territory to the 49-yard line. He's got the first down, gain of another 7.
And very, very tight splits. Similar to Campbell Sports offense, all the Mayville linemen are basically foot to foot, no wideouts. They got all 11 guys in the box, so to speak. The Ledgers are going to have to pack that box to stop the run and force Mayville to pass. Mayville is not a passing team. They can pass if they have to, but they would much rather run the ball, especially in this formation.
Baker wing right, Schlender wing left. He goes in motion. They'll pitch it to him. Hardesty trying to set a block, and this time he's swarmed under. Noah Mall there to meet him at midfield, a loss of a half a yard.
Well, Mall has been an animal lately. Obviously, he's going to be a first-team all-conference player this year, but going into last week, he was just a man among boys. Just devastating blocks, devastating tackles. He was all over the place. He did score the 1 touchdown as well with an unbelievable catch and run. Number 2, look for him to carry this team again tonight. They need him to big tonight against an undefeated Mayville team. 2nd and 11, ball at midfield. Again, double wing, double tight. Hardesty the fullback, and they give it on the sweep coming around near side is Seiler. Seiler's buried after getting back the yard that was lost by Baker on first down, 3rd and long.
Seiler on the carry.
So 3rd and long upcoming. And we've got a flag on the field. They're going to call holding, so they'll take that and push them back, so it'll remain 2nd down.
Ryan Clark, the quarterback for Mayville, has played flawlessly this year. He's got 8 touchdowns, 0 interception, 149.9 quarterback rating, which is basically a perfect rating. He doesn't pass often, but he'll pass usually about 8 to 10 times a game. He's very effective with the pass, but he doesn't want to pass. They want to hand off the ball to Sawyer Hardesty as much as they can, but now they're faced with 2nd and long.
2nd and 21. They'll bring Baker in motion, fake it to him, back to pass, looking to set up a screen. They've got blocking in front for Baker, weaving across the 45, popped forward to the 47-yard line, got back about 8 of the 10 lost on the penalty, still brings up 3rd and long.
That was a similar play that hurt the Ledgers last week against Lemira. Lemira was forced with a 3rd and very long. They threw a screen pass. The running back, Schaumburg, took it 45 yards, almost to the touchdown, got to about the 4-yard line, but again, a big play. I know Mayville watches film. They watch what plays work against the Ledgers, and that was a perfectly well-designed play by Coach Hilbert on Mayville.
48-yard line, Mayville territory, 3rd down and about 13. We're at 8.5 left opening quarter. This drive the result of a Landon Baker interception on the Ledger's 3rd play from scrimmage. They send motion back to pass. Clark with backside pressure. Waits, throws into the flat, caught and roped immediately. That's Chase Merritt with the reception back into Ledger territory, but well short of the first down.
Ryan Clark completing all his passes thus far, but nothing very far downfield. You got a screen pass, you got a little out pass. That's good coaching. You want to get your quarterback a couple good completions early in the game. No one wants the quarterback to be 0-3, 0-4 the first few plays. You throw a lot of high percentage completions early on. He's off to a good start, but again, the Ledgers can get the ball back here with a punt.
It'll be Hardesty to punt. He's only punted about 9 times this season, but averages well over 30. Low end over end angle to the far side, and letting it roll deep in territory down around the 5-yard line.
That's number 8, Khalil Rebeck, with the punt return. Now, he doesn't normally return the punts. Usually that's Ben Baker, hurt, or Jack Holzman, hurt. They're on their 3rd guy returning punts now. Ledgers are very decimated by the injuries. They lost 2 more seniors last week. They have now 5 would-be starters out from this game. 4 of them are seniors.
38-yard net that pins the Ledgers at their own 4-yard line. First quarter, 7.5 left. As Springs takes over. Mayville trying to play some complimentary football here. They didn't score on the turnover, but if their defense can get a 3 and out, they'll have tilted the field. Baker out of the gun. Stellmacher flanks him left. Highland in motion right to left. And it's going to be a quarterback keep. That is Anderson into the pile. He pushes it out across the 5 near the 7. Give him a little bit more room. Second about 7 upcoming.
Thus far, a defensive battle. Neither team is gaining many yards.
Call it second and about 6. They'll give him close to 4.
Very interesting, Scott. If you look at the Mayville defense, all 11 guys are pretty much in line with the football, and they are going left or right based on the formation of the Ledgers and based on what players are going which way. So Maul is going to be the near side. He's the number 2 tight end on the near side here. They're going to bring their power guys towards Maul.
Low snap handled by Baker. He has to collect himself, and that was very dangerous as you had Maul looking for the ball, and you almost had Ryan Clark step in front, pick 6 as it is, dead on the ground, 3rd down.
It's almost like Maul and the center were on the same page with the snap, but the guard and tackle were still in their 3-point stance. Something was not right there. The Ledgers were not in formation or not in cadence sync there.
Clock stops. I'll put it back in motion now. It's 6:40 and change left opening quarter. This is the second offensive drive for the Ledgers. Anderson threw an interception on the 3rd play from scrimmage for the Ledgers, but their defense, after giving up a first down, was able to force a punt.
Ledgers have not looked good on offense thus far.
Snap to Anderson, looking around. Nobody open right. Now he's forced to run for his life. Coming near side, directing traffic. Flips it out into the open. Nicely done. Caught up the sideline. Bumped out of bounds. Brody Highland reading cues, and they get the first down.
And that's why it's such an advantage to have as many seniors as you possibly can on the field. There's Ben Anderson. He's making things happen. He's scrambling out. Highland is not. He breaks off his route. Normally the Ledgers are taught to come back to the ball, but Brody doesn't see anything there. The defensive back was in front of him, so he went on his horse going backwards. Anderson just dropped it right over the defensive back, completion, and a big first down. Now the Ledgers are in first down, 1st and 10 here, Scott.
24-yard gain, snap to Anderson, looking to option. They pitch it, the ball's loose, forced to fall on it with Stellmacher. He covers it, but they lose a couple.
That's unlike Ben Anderson. Normally he is told, and he does, go right up to the defender at the very last second he pitches. That one he pitched a little bit too soon. Stellmacher wasn't quite ready for it. There was not a good, they call that pitch relationship. Stellmacher was a little too far away and not ready for the ball yet.
So it'll make 2nd and 12, put it back inside the Ledger's own 30.
And you remember, when a pitch goes backwards like that, that's not an incomplete pass, that's a fumble. Luckily, Will Stellmacher fell on the ball.
Maul, slot right, he goes in motion right to left, Rebeck wide right, Highland wide left, and they'll give it to Stellmacher, working his way into the pile near the 35-yard line, got back the loss, plus a couple, sets up 3rd down.
Stellmacher not getting much going here thus far. His yards are, 1, 2, 3 yards at the most.
Call it 5, 3rd down upcoming again, third down conversion opportunity here for the Ledgers on offense. 5.5 left. Quick rolling first quarter, no score. Quest Interior scoreboard.
And again, look at all 11 defenders for Mayville. They're all in line with the ball, waiting to see how the formation is going to be shown for the Ledgers. Probably going their big linebackers towards Maul's side, which is the near side here. He's the tight end in the slot.
Wings either way. Snap out of the gun. Anderson steps through traffic, flips it into the open. It's wide of Fisher. That's Maul, I should say. So 4th down. So the Cardinals get a stop. And as you said, the defensive grind continues here about 7 minutes into the opening quarter.
Well, that pass didn't work because Anderson was under duress right away. Will Stellmacher tried to give him a little extra time, but Will didn't do a good job chipping the defensive end, and they got pressure, which is Harvesty, number 33. Not only are we going to call his name a lot on offense, he's the fullback, but he's also the three-point technique defensive end on the near side here.
Promensberger and Chase Merritt back to receive Anderson's punt on 4th and 6. Snap is clean. Running start, a high wobbler to the near side, and it gets end over end in the Ledger's favor, and it'll die at about the 29-yard line. So about a 35-yard net on that punt, no return. Cardinals get it for the second time, no score.
Not a great punt, but he got an extra 10 yards with the roll, and that's what you do in that rugby-style punt. Ben Anderson didn't get a big boomer on it, but he got a lucky bounce.
So I'm certainly not a rugby expert, but you kick it that way. Isn't the goal to try and get that roll?
Exactly, but that one was just way too high. Normally he's meant to go maybe 20, 30 yards in the air at the most. That ball was maybe 40 yards. It was too high. He's got to get it more of a line drive.
Schlender motion right to left. Right through the chute goes Hardesty, bulldozing his way across the 35 to the 36. And like you said, what didn't happen there, nobody got a hat on Hardesty until he got 5 yards into the run.
And I know it's 0-0, but Mayville looks like the better offense thus far. They got number 33 Hardesty collecting 7-8 yards when he catches the ball, whereas Stellmacher 33 also for the Ledgers getting 3 yards. Right now, Mayville's fullback is winning the battle down low in the trenches.
4:40 left, opening quarter, 2nd and 3. We mentioned the other games going on tonight. This is the big one as far as the top of the standings go. Lemira's at Campbellsport. Lemira trying to win that one to set up a possible matchup of unbeatens going into Week 9 at Mayville. Handoff Hardesty again. This time he's met near the line of scrimmage, but it takes 3 more blue shirts to bring him down, but not until he gets to the 41. That's a gain of 5 and a first.
The Ledgers are going to have to do something to stop the fullback. The fullback dives collecting 7-8 yards. It's going to be a long night for the Ledgers if they can't stop that play.
Addison Jones Real Estate moving the chains for Mayville. First down, call Addison Jones and call the movers. The mover might be Mr. Hardesty tonight for Mayville as we tick to 4:10 left in the opening quarter.
And we knew they were going to give Hardesty the ball. He's their leading rusher. He leads them by attempts by a ton, and he leads them by yards by a ton. He's their main workhorse on offense.
Wings either way. They bring Baker on short motion. They give it to Hardesty again, waiting for something to materialize. Not much. A little bit of a spin move got him maybe a yard or 2, 2nd and long.
And that was Beckett Longley, big Beckett Longley, tying up blockers, and then Caden Pitts came in and got the tackle. They got about 3 yards there. Now it's about 2nd and 7. This is what the Ledgers needed. They can't be giving up 6 or 7 yards at first down. If they give up anything 3 or less, that's a win for the Ledgers off defense.
The linebackers for the Ledgers, Noah Mall, Tate Schufts and Braden Freund. The corners, Joey Kuhn, Corbin Ruel, Cale Krushik, and Brody Highland, the safeties. 2nd and 7 near the 45-yard line, Mayville territory. Into the belly of Sawyer Hardesty it goes. He's denied midfield. It'll be about 2 yards short of the first down, 3rd and 2.
The Ledgers are going to bring an extra defensive tackle in. That's number 55, O'Brien. They're going to bring a safety out because this is a very Mayville's a very run-dominant offense, but in 3rd and short, the Ledger defensive coaches are picking the side of the ratio that the Mayville's going to run the ball here.
Same set, double wing, double tight. Hardesty the lone back. Baker in tight motion, and burrowing forward is Clark. He pushes the pile, and the spot looks to be a little short.
And that's about the only time Ryan Clark will run the ball is on the quarterback sneak.
Boy, they gave him a generous spot because this near side judge, when he walked in, it looked short, but they moved it, and it's a long enough 2 for the first down. Addison Jones moving the chains again for the Cardinals.
When Ryan Clark landed on the ground, he actually landed on a Ledger defender, which actually let him roll over another extra yard.
So a good catch on the other side. So they send motion from Seiler on the right. Now they reset, check wristbands, and change plays. Now Schlender goes in motion. He'll get the carry, sweeps it to the right, following Seiler into the hole. He creases the 45, and he'll be spotted at the 43-yard line, gain of about 6.
And they're running the wing T offense. This hasn't changed much since the early 90s when Mayville ran it back then. They have 2 pulling linemen. If you look at Mayville's line, they're not overly big, but they're very athletic, and that's what you need to do to pull. You need to be able to be fleet of foot and get outside and get on your blocker.
So 2nd and less than 5, 2nd and 4 as Schlender gained to 6. Inside the Ledger 45. That's Merritt now in wing left. They bring Seiler in motion. Sawyer Hardesty again bulldozing through the middle. And he is inside the 40 to about the 36. That's enough for another first down.
I don't think the Ledgers have enough down defensive linemen to stop the running attack for Mayville right now. They have to change up something because Mayville's just churning out the yards right now.
Addison Jones, real estate again, moving the chains for the Cardinals. 1st and 10. But again, when you have the balance with guys that can run, you force the other team defensively to make adjustments, and then that opens up other parts of the offense. They bring motion from Seiler, looking to get outside, wrapped up from behind in the offensive backfield for a loss.
Cannon Cluck, what a great play. Not only did he get off his block, but he also made contain and made the tackle. Great play by Cluck, solo tackle.
Loss of 3. That puts Mayville behind the chains as we dip under a minute left in the opening quarter. Second offensive touch here for Mayville. The first was a result of a Landon Baker interception. They clicked off a first down, but a penalty put them behind the chains and forced a punt. Ledgers have had it twice, gone 3 and out both times. Cardinals from the Ledger 39.
Ledgers had 1 first down, Scott, in that pass at Brody Highland.
Good call, thank you. And out of the belly of Hardesty pulls Clark, and it might have been a big gain saving tackle, but as it was, Clark got to the 30-yard line, sets up 3rd and manageable.
Well, I think everyone at home, including myself, thought Hardesty had the ball. You start seeing Hardesty, he almost lulls you to sleep. He gets the ball almost every time, and then also Ryan Clark keeps it. No one's expecting number 5, the very tall, lanky 6'5" quarterback around the end there.
So 3rd and about 4 from the Ledger 30. Likely 2-down territory here. Baker wing right, and that's Merritt to the left. Baker in short motion. They recheck. Clark raises the arm. And they give it to the big dog, the bulldozer. He gets close. He's short. This time he's short by a yard. He's denied at the 27-yard line, and that'll end the first quarter. No score. Cardinals on the move. Will switch ends. And we're between quarters, which means it's time for the Lens Truck Center Athlete of the Week. Let's check out what Nick has for us from Week 7.
Congratulations to Fondy's number 12, Connor Johnson. He is our Lens Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week. Connor leads the Fox Valley Association with 39 receptions for 566 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns.
Great ball by Dre. I thought Budiak called a great call on that, and we executed right.
You had a big 37-yard catch as well to kind of get some things going early in this football game, too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great play call by Budiak, and I just executed and made a play.
What does that mean? You start the season 0-5, now a couple of wins, some positivity last week, go on the road, momentum now. Look out Nina, right?
Yep. Just got to stay consistent every week, and I think the coaches have a great game plan coming forward, and we'll be there. We'll be good.
Again, congratulations, number 12, Connor Johnson, our Lens Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week from Radio Plus Video Sports.
We got the trucks!
Back for quarter 2 at Fruth Memorial, Week 8 Flyway Conference Football, Radio Plus Sports. No score, Mayville on the march, their second offensive drive. They switch ends, and they face a 4th and 1. No hesitation, they are going for it. They send Austin Thorson wide right. Baker wing to the right. Back split behind Clark, and Sawyer Hardesty gets it. A wall of blue there to meet him. This is going to be spot dependent.
The Ledgers brought in an extra defensive lineman. That's number 55, Ephraim O'Brien, who comes in when there's a good chance they're going to run the ball. He's going to be pounding down low to make sure they don't get that yard. But let's see what happens here. It's all about the spot.
And they're going to bring the chains. So this was close enough. So Hardesty got 1. The question is, was it a long enough yard? Opening play, second quarter. So they'll walk this over. And we have a bad angle. If whatever he got it by or missed it by, it won't be by much.
Everyone paid $6 for a whole seat. They're only using the edge.
And they got the stop. A sliver or more of air between the ball and the chain. And the Ledgers get a stop.
Well, the Ledgers sure needed that, Scott. The Mayville had been controlling this game. I know it's still 0-0, but the battle down low is being won by Mayville. They have way more first downs than the Ledgers. The Ledgers' offense has not been clicking. They've had 1 decent pass, only 1 completion all night. Their star running back has not really got many yards, and their star quarterback, the senior, Ben Anderson, hasn't been really running either. So they need something big here to kind of get clicking, get back in groove.
So after the defensive stop, we'll see if that gives them some momentum. Wide to the left, a single receiver out of the shotgun, Ben Anderson. Stelmacher flanks him right. Motion by Highland. They give it to Stelmacher. He bounces off backfield contact, and he's driven to the ground at about the 25-yard line. Still a loss. If anything, he only got to the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're going to mark a 1-yard loss.
The linebackers for Mayville are blitzing. As soon as that ball snapped, they're blitzing that B gap, and that's right where Stelmacher wanted to go. There was nowhere for Stelmacher to go. He was getting hit by a linebacker. No one blocked the linebacker.
So 2nd and 11. Football splits the 25-yard line. Rebeck wide right. And Beekle wide to the left. They'll give it in motion, sweeping to the right for Brody Highland, trying to cut back across the grain because he saw some green, and he's buried at the 30-yard line. He weaved about 5 out of that, sets up 3rd down about 6.
Well, one thing I can say is Mayville's defense is very good. If you look at the scores of their games, not only do they score a bunch of points, but they hold their opponents to sometimes 0, 7, or 14 points. This game could be a 7-0 game, 14-7 maybe at the most. So far, it's very defensive battle on both sides.
The Cardinals had the widest point differential of any team in the conference coming in, so your view backs it up with numbers. Shotgun Anderson, Stelmacher flanks him right, snap to him, looks left, cutting out. Rebeck makes the catch. He's dropped in his tracks immediately, but he makes the reception out around the 40. That moves the chains.
What a great pass by Ben Anderson. That's Khalil Rebeck, the fellow senior, doing what they call a comeback pass. Khalil Rebeck's going out 15 yards, putting the brakes on, and when he puts the brakes on, that's when Ben Anderson throws the ball. It's a timing route. Ben Anderson throws the ball before Khalil even turns to see him, and that ball was in the air, halfway to Khalil. All you had to do is catch it. First down, big first down for Ledgers. The Ledgers need to get their defense rested on the sidelines, keep the ball a little bit going in offense. Last week against Lamira controlled the ball most of the game.
Ball wing right, wing to the left. Receivers either way as well. Stelmacher alongside Anderson as a quarterback keep. Anderson hopping through traffic in the backfield. He's stood and pushed back at the 45. They'll give him the 46. It's a gain of 5.
Good blocking by the Ledgers offensive line. The Ledgers offensive line got the defensive line where they wanted to go. A big 5 yard. Now it's 2nd and manageable. That's much better. 2nd and 5 is much better than that 2nd and 8 that the Ledgers have been getting lately.
So the Cardinals, again, they've got Lamira at home to finish off the regular season. Springs will have WLA. Rebeck wide right, Maul slot right. And the handoff, Stelmacher tripping his way through the line of scrimmage and into Mayville territory. That moves the chains again, a 1st down.
That was Stelmacher's best run of the night, but it seemed like he stumbled the last 3 yards, but it was a big 3 yards. He needed that to get the 1st down. Mayville's got 5 down linemen. They're selling out and trying to stop the run. They're going to force the Ledgers to pass the ball.
Addison Jones Real Estate moving the chains for the Ledgers. Their 3rd first down, 2nd down the drive. This the result of a 4th down stop of Mayville's offense. Rebeck wide right. That's Beekle wide left. Slot left is a single receiver, and they hand it to Stelmacher, pushing the pile forward. He gets maybe 2 before he is met by a wall of white.
Mayville's linebackers are blitzing. As soon as they read run, they are not concerned about the pass at all. Look for the Ledgers coaches to see that. The biggest gap and the biggest area to throw this ball is in the middle of the field, but the Ledgers don't do a lot of middle of the field throwing. That might be a problem.
2nd and 8. We're under 9 left in the first half. Quest Interior scoreboard still has goose eggs. 3rd offensive touch here for the Ledgers. Rebeck wide left. Beekle wide to the right. Slot either way as well. Snap to Anderson. Quarterback option. Pitch to Stelmacher through an arm tackle at midfield. And he is pushed out of bounds. Gain of maybe 2 or 3 more. Sets up 3rd, about 4.
And again, the linebackers are blitzing. As soon as the ball snapped, they're blitzing the gap. They ran right at Harvesty. He's the 3-point stance defensive lineman on the near side here. They ran right at him. Harvesty got blocked for a second, shutted his block, and then he got the tackle, but not after a few positive yards to Ledgers.
4 minutes into the 2nd quarter. 3rd down, about 4, near 5. 39-yard line, Mayville territory. They need, that's the 44, check it. They need the 39 for the 1st. Long count. Mayville showing blitz. They hand it to Stelmacher through the hole. He's got the 1st down. Well blocked up front, even though Mayville basically set up a one-on-one situation blocking for the line.
That was Stelmacher's best run. As I said before, with Harvesty, number 33 for Mayville, he'll get stronger as the game goes on. He's such a big guy, big, strong legs. Stelmacher is just like that. Now, Stelmacher's a year younger. He's only a junior, but again, hockey player in the wintertime, big, strong legs, big, strong kid. As the game goes on, Stelmacher will also get stronger.
Rebeck wide right, Maul 3-point stance right side. Beekle and Highland to the left. Option coming left. And Anderson, before he could even make a decision, he is roped and thrown down in the backfield.
The Ledger's offense has to do something to stop those blitzing linebackers. The blitzing linebackers are just coming untouched. Ben Anderson had nowhere to go.
Parker Elby's all over him. Came in as the team's leading tackler. You saw why there. He was in the backfield from the jump. 2nd and long, 2nd and 14.
And as an offense, if you're trying to offset that, if the linebackers are blitzing that B gap, the B gap is the gap between the guard and the tackle. If they're blitzing there, you got to get outside quick. Quick pitch, screen pass, things like that is the way to get outside and get that beat.
Rebeck wide left, Beekle wide right, slot right. Anderson snapped to him, fake to Stellmacher, deep drop, trying to set up a screen. Mayville realized it. Nicely done defensively on this near side. They looked for a screen. Anderson didn't like what he saw. He spiked it in the ground, 3rd down.
We're lucky it was an incomplete pass to Ledgers because it would have been an illegal man downfield. Ethan O'Brien, who's the left tackle on the near side, he was 7-8 yards downfield. You can only be 2 yards downfield on a pass. However, if the pass is behind the line of scrimmage, then that's okay. It was very dicey if Maul was going to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage or past the line of scrimmage. If he passed it past the line of scrimmage, like a downfield pass, that would have been a flag right away.
Mason Girth was the guy who recognized screen, backed off to defend the receiver, and forced Anderson to make the decision he did and set up 3rd down and 14 just inside the Mayville 40.
Again, like I said, the way to stop the inside linebackers blitzing is to do a screen pass. That's exactly what Ledger just tried to do.
Snap to Anderson. He has time, waiting, nobody open. Hit as he throws, leaping, making the catch. Noah Maul inside the 30. It's short of the 1st down, but this is going to give the Ledgers a chance to convert.
You know, it was 7-on-7. It was early in the season. During the summer, it was before the season started, and Highland was saying that even if Maul's got triple coverage, throw him the ball. So he's got that much confidence in number 2, the returning first-team all-conference offense and defense player.
We're going to get a whistle and some sort of stop of play. Didn't see a timeout called either way. Clock will stop with 6:15 left here in the first half.
I don't see any flags, and I don't see anyone coming off for equipment malfunction. The refs are talking Highland down here in the near side.
Interesting transgression.
Looks like the clock needs to be adjusted.
So high school sports today again brought to you on RadioPlusInfo.com by these 4 Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, Patrick Elistad. Edward Jones making sense of investing, and the Zebras trying to make sense of what's going on here as well. So they're adding some time to the clock. So we went from about 6:12, 6:15 to 6:27.
Every second counts, Scott.
It does.
In a 0-0 game, 5 seconds could be the difference between a W and an L on one of these teams. And what a big game. What a great night. I mean, it hit 80 degrees here in the middle of October. I'm not sure I'm the weatherman status, but I got to think that's from the hurricane from Florida.
And then we're going to lose it tomorrow, right?
Right. Once that warmer comes up, it's going to go way faster than it came.
4th and 4, here we go. Ledger's at the Cardinal 29. 9 strong in the box for the Cardinals. Back to pass. Anderson steps over, shoots his intended receiver, incomplete. Had him, but threw it a little too tall, and the Cardinals get a 4th down stop.
That time Mayville did not blitz. They were selling out on the pass coverage. Ben Anderson just threw it a little bit too high. Now a change the ball. Mayville's going to get the ball. Ledger's going to go back on defense.
So a 12-play drive comes up dry for the Ledgers. 6:23 left in the first half. We stay scoreless on that Quest Interior scoreboard. Cardinal offense back out 1st and 10 from their own 29. So here we go. Same set, double wing. Sawyer Hardesty, the lone back. Baker in motion. They fake it to him. Rolling right is Clark. Throws back across the middle. Weaving and making the catches. Austin Thorson dragging Blue to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 16, a 1st down.
Number 9, Cale Krusek is the free safety. He was there, but just not there enough. That was a good pass by possibly the player of the year. You know, either him or Schaumburg for Lemire right now. Ben Anderson's up there in the talking too, but right now the quarterback for Mayville is having one heck of a year. Ryan Clark, number 5.
Addison Jones moving the chains for the Cardinals. Call Addison Jones and then call the movers. Cardinals trying to get back on the move. 44-yard line, Cardinal territory, under 6 left in the first half. No score. Schlender wing left, Baker wing right, and we get a whistle Somebody, I think, this time called a timeout.
Timeout, Cardinals.
That'll be the call. Timeout Cardinals, timeout for us. We step aside with 5:46 left in the half in a scoreless Week 8 Y-Fly conference game. The Ledgers and the Cardinals here on Radio Plus Sports.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
In a Mayville timeout, their first of the half. 5:46 left in this first half. Flyway Conference football, Radio Plus Sports. Scoreless game on that Quest Interior scoreboard. Mayville and Ledgers trading fourth down stops of their opponent offense.
And we kind of figured that. I mean, these two teams are very evenly matched. They have equal talent on both sides of the ball. This game's going to be very close. I'm not sure it's going to be 7-0, but I know it's not going to end in 0-0. Someone's going to score eventually.
Wings either way. Hardesty the lone back. Baker in motion. They fake it to Baker. Actually, they gave it to him. Somebody bought Baker inside, including me, and he got it near midfield, a gain of about 5.
And that's very traditionally what Mayville's known for. A lot of hidden direction and misdirection. A lot of times you think the quarterback's got it, the fullback's got it, and vice versa.
Again, Coach Hilbert talking about the fact that when the 2 years that Mayville went to the state final, when you have a bell cow like
Schroffnagel,
like Blake Schroffnagel, he everyone knows he's getting it no matter what offense you run. This time it's a little bit more that sometimes the fakes are taking defenders with them. 2nd and 4 near midfield. That's Seiler in motion. This time they give it to Joran Schlender, following blockers into the secondary, falling forward into Ledger territory to the 40-yard line, gain of about 11 and a first down.
First downs are about even now, don't you think, Scott?
Let's see how quickly I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in white, and about the same for Springs. They clicked off 3 on the last drive, so 5-4 right now in the first down category. That was the tiebreaker, so to speak.
Neither team's been in the red zone. The red zone is at 20 yards and in. I don't think either team's even been inside the 30.
Cardinals were stopped at the 29 on that last drive, so they just creased it. This time they'll send a single receiver, Austin Thorson, wide to the right. They'll send Schlender in motion, rolling and setting is Clark. Clark under duress, throws, and it's picked off at the 36-yard line. Khalil Rebeck tripped up at the 35, so each team has turned it over as well on this side of the field.
That's actually Cale Krusek, number 9. I know 9 and 8, so the fonts and the Ledger's numbers are very, very close, but that's Cale Krusek, a junior, coming in with an interception, big interception. That's Ryan Clark's first interception of the year. You could hear the Ledger sidelines yelling, Oski. What the Ledgers do, they'll yell Oski when one of their players intercepts the ball. That tells everyone else in the field, start blocking, because now we got the ball. Big turnover there, big yards after the catch.
So he picked up about 8 to 10 off the pick. Again, that was Clark's first interception of the season. Had a little bit of pressure, tried to step through.
He's human, Scott.
Yep. We're born that way, right? Twins right. Anderson out of the gun. Stellmacher flanks him to the right. And a double handoff. That's Highland. He might be looking to throw, but instead tucks it, trying to loop the corner. Puts on the brakes, cuts back out across the 40, and he is stalled at the 45-yard line, gain of about 6.
And you got to love number 3, the captain, senior, Ben Anderson, who's the quarterback. He's going the far side. He blocked 2 guys. Now, I'm not going to give him too much love. They weren't great blocks, but he was out there putting his helmet on the head. Great job by Anderson.
Like the Aaron Rodgers block when he's in his 30s, just creating interference. Just get in the way and distract somebody.
And look, that's exactly what the Ledger's offensive coaches have ever seen. If they're blitzing inside, we got to go outside. That was a flip, quick pitch, almost like a jet sweep outside. They did the screen pass. They're trying to get the ball outside to make sure Mayville stops that blitz.
Rebeck wide left, and taking out of the belly of Stellmacher is Anderson. He sets, throws back, left side, one-on-one, jump ball, knocked away, incomplete. Well defended by Austin Thorson out in space. 3rd down.
I kind of thought Khalil Rebeck kind of gave up too early on that, went too much defense motion rather than trying to go get it. It was a jump ball. It's 50-50 ball, they say.
Already the 7th 3rd down upcoming faced by the Ledgers on offense. They've converted 3 of their previous 6 clock stops. We're at 3:28 left in the first half. Still scoreless.
Somebody's got to score sooner or later, right, Scott?
You'd think. I mean, we saw both field goal kickers trying to, open the leg up.
Well, the Ledgers do have the advantage at kicker. Bentley Coots, the sophomore, is kicking 45-yarders in pregame.
3rd and 4, 45-yard line after the turnover. Direct snap. I should say that's Anderson taking it quickly, and he is burrowed in. They'll give him the 46, but it's short. It'll be 4th down about 3, and it looks like they'll switch personnel with the Ledgers to punt.
And great call by Coach Highland and Coach Krieger, the offensive coordinator for Ledgers. Got to punt this ball. This is all about field position right now. You got to pin Mayville deep.
On the other side, Cardinals are going to be trying to go set up a 2-for-1 here, where if they get it and they can at least ride it out with possession to end the first half, they start the second half on offense.
Because they won the toss and they deferred, which means they gave Springs the choice of which way to kick, and they got the ball in the second half to start the second half.
Merritt and Promensberger, twins deep to receive, and before we get that, we'll get a timeout, and we'll take it as well. Under 3 left in the first half, scoreless here at Fruth. Flyway Conference football on Radio Plus Sports.
Get top dollar for your property. Hi, I'm Brenda Barrett of Coldwell Banker Realty, Dodge County's #1 real estate broker. Your property is more valuable than you might realize. We have several qualified buyers waiting for homes, condos, and vacant land to go on the market. List yours with my reputable, award-winning, fully staffed office. Visit BrendaBarrett.com and call me for your free comparative market analysis. Call the office or get me on my cell at 920-382-0779.
In a Ledger timeout at Fruth Memorial, Flyway Conference Week 8 football, Radio Plus Sports. Ledgers with 2 left, with 2:48 left in the first half of a scoreless heavyweight battle between the Ledgers and the Cardinals.
And the reason Coach Highland called a timeout, the Ledgers only had 10 players on that punt. Number 30, Lucas Babler, was not in the game. Highland thought it was better to burn a timeout because you can't take a timeout with you in the second half. You get 3 per half.
What if you could? Change a rule. Anderson is back to punt. Again, it's Merritt and Promensberger. His run up a low end over end to the far side, and it hitches up, and it'll dance out of bounds at around the 24-yard line.
And a punt out of bounds is not a penalty. A kickoff out of bounds is a big penalty, getting the ball at the 35-yard line for the receiving team. But that is exactly what Ben Anderson wants to do. He does not want Mayville to get the ball returned because Mayville's got some playmakers back there.
So a 30-yard net on the punt, no return. Cardinals at the 29, or at the 24-yard line, call it. Their 4th offensive drive here with 2:41 left in the first half. Again, Cardinals won the toss and deferred. They'll start the second half with possession.
We're going to really see how much confidence Coach Hilber from Mayville has in his offense. Is he going to open it up, or is he going to run the ball like he has been all game?
Baker short motion and into the pile, and they take it out as Clark. It's an option pitch. Schlender with a shoulder shake at the 30, spins off that tackle, falls forward to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of about 12 and a first down.
Well, everyone in the stands, including our cameraman, thought the ball was with Harbesty. The quarterback, Ryan Clark, didn't even have to pitch the ball. There was no defenders out there. He just pitched the ball thinking, okay, my running back can run faster than I can. Here you go, take off.
And
big play.
And I don't want to get hit at the same time. Schlender left. Single receiver to the left as well. That's Promensberger. And double reverse. Nobody on this side. Everybody bought Hardesty. That's Promensberger. And that could have been much bigger than it was, but that was Ruel making the tackle one-on-one at the 47.
Great solo tackle by Corbin Ruel. However, the first down that's going to stop the clock momentarily, but now the clock is being ran because the yard markers are now set up. So we're under 2 minutes here in the first half. Mayville hasn't passed the ball, but they're doing a little misdirection, getting big yards. That's back-to-back first downs.
Addison Jones again moving the chains for the Cardinals. Call Addison Jones and then call the movers. It's 1st and 10. Cardinals have picked up about 24 yards on the last 2 runs. We're at 140 and change left in the first half. Baker wing right, Schlender wing left, Hardesty the single back. Schlender in motion. Again, that's the counter coming back this far side, and minimal gain for Baker.
If you notice, Ryan Clark has not passed since his interception. So, you remember when Rocky played the Russian Drago? He's human.
Yep.
Maybe the coaches have lost a little bit of confidence in Ryan Clark to throw the ball.
2nd and 8. Schlender wide left. Little screen and thrown dangerously. Again, there was the same timing play, but Schlender just about had it picked from his hip pocket.
The most risky pass in football is the out route because the defensive back, like a Ben Anderson, who's a very good athlete, can pick that ball, and there's no one there to stop him. If the ball goes over the middle, there's 11 guys that can tackle if it gets intercepted. That was I'm not going to say it was a bad pass because it would have been complete if Ben Anderson wasn't there. I'm going to say it was better coverage, and that was Ben Anderson all day.
49-yard line, Mayville territory. Thorson wide left, wings either way. They bring Merritt in motion, and Clark keeps following Baker. He gets into Ledger territory. He's short of the first down. They'll give him the 46. It'll be 4th and about 3 as we tick to a minute.
And the Ledgers could call a timeout to stop the clock because we know Mayville's going to punt the ball. Oh, it's 3rd down. No, if the
That should have been 3rd down.
Oh, now it's 4th down. What? They're not going to go for it, Scott.
4th and 3.
They're going to probably try to draw the Ledgers off sides. They're not going to go for this here.
Well, the clock will keep rolling. Let's see how long they wait it. Cardinals line up as though they are going to go for it. They send Baker in motion, and they will go for it. And they kept it. Everybody thought Hardesty had it. Baker's going to stiff arm his man to the far side, get the first down, dance up the sideline, out of bounds, stop the clock, move the chain.
Well, I guess that answers your question. How much confidence does Coach Hilbert from Mayville have in his offense? A lot, going for a 4th down in the middle of the field. That would have been a big stop. The Ledgers would have had a minute left, 2 timeouts remaining to try to get a touchdown before the end of the half, or at least a field goal. But now Mayville's got time.
7 yards on 4th and 2 at midfield, inside the 40 at the 39.
The Ledgers seem to be very tricked, we'll say. A lot of times they think the fullback's got it when the quarterback's got it, and vice versa.
Again, the clock will not start now until the snap because he went out of bounds. Receiver wide right is Thorson, wings either way. Back to passes, Clark. Sets, has time, deep shot right side. Thorson separating, trying to get himself under it. Couldn't quite haul it in.
While Ryan Clark being 6'5", his 3-step drop gets him like 8-9 yards in the backfield. He's really got a great crossover when he steps back. He put just a little too much on that ball. That ball could have been a touchdown. The Mayville wide receiver had us beat down here, and the Corbin Rail was beat a little bit. Luckily for the Ledgers, 2nd and 10 rather than 6-0.
Cardinals with 2 timeouts left and 31 seconds on the clock. A 2nd and 10 at the Ledger 39 after a 4th down conversion. Scoreless game, Quest Interior scoreboard. Defensive struggle to this point. Thorson wide left. Back to pass goes Clark. They fake the handoff. Little screen to the left side. This time it's set up Jordan Schlender up the sideline. He's got the first down. Steps out of bounds. Inside the 30 near the 29-yard line. Clock will stop. Move the chains again.
And a screen pass is a great play call by Coach Hilbert because if it's complete, it's going to get yards and you're most likely going to be able to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
11 yards. New set of downs. 24 seconds and 2 timeouts left. So again, depending upon where you attack the field, give or take 3 plays you probably have in your back pocket right here.
If you're wondering at home, number 41, Elijah Misna is the kicker for Mayville. He's kicked 37 of 39 extra points, has not tried a field goal this year.
It's Owen Mills now that's kicked 2 field goals. They fake on the hand. They gave the handoff, I should say, to Hardesty. Hardesty gets to about the 19-yard line, and here's where they'll spend, the Cardinals, their second timeout. We'll take it as well. Late going first half. Cardinals nearing the red zone in a scoreless tilt at Fruth. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost. What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
So in a Mayville timeout, they've got 1 left, 17 ticks left first half, scoreless tie, Mayville and Springs, Quest Interior scoreboard. Scott and Brad with you along with the crew, and the Cardinals again will start the second half on offense. So again, see how aggressive they are here now that they've gotten deep into territory. You might take the gloves off, so to speak. Ledger's scrambling a bit here. Referees now will put it in play.
Well, Coach Highland is going to be very upset. He had too many players. He had to burn a timeout. Not that it really matters to the Ledgers because the timeout, you can't take it with you. Like I said, you get 3 timeouts per half, and if you don't use them, you don't get to keep them more extra for the second half. But Bob Highland did not want to give up a 5-yard penalty, which gave them a first down, and they could have went for 3 or 4 yards, 3 or 4 tries at the end zone.
Other games going on in the area tonight. Fox Valley Association, somewhere across town. Nina's at Fond du Lac. Fondy with a couple of wins would put themselves in the playoffs, but they're going to have to win at least once to become eligible. South Central's got Waupun at Berlin. Berlin leading the conference there. Waupun needs a win to give themselves a shot in the playoffs. It's been a nice turnaround for them this season compared to where they had been for the last number of years. A chance to get in the postseason for the Warriors. Here we've got 17 ticks left in a scoreless tie. Mayville trying to get to week 9 unbeaten for a chance to own the flyaway outright. Lamira trying to stay that way as well, playing Campbellsport. Ledger's trying to wreck that show tonight. Back out of the timeout. Thorson wide right, and they fake the pitch. Counter, Schlender all alone into the secondary. He's got the first down, and he stood near the 10-yard line. We get a whistle, and the clock will stop on the first down movement of the chains, and the Cardinals quickly back on it. And they spike it. That was a gain of 10 by Schlender.
Now, most plays in high school football take 4, maybe 5 at the most, probably 6 seconds. So right now, Mayville's got 1 try for sure in the end zone. At the very most, they would have 2. They do have 1 timeout left, so they could throw like a slant pass or something like that. It takes 5-6 seconds. Get down. If you're not going to score, make sure the Mayville receiver who completes it gets down, and they'll be able to call a timeout and go for 1 more try at the end zone. At that last try, if there's only 1 or 2 seconds, then they could run or pass because they don't have to worry about the clock running out on them.
So it'll be first and goal. Nose with the football on the 10. Thorson wide right. Cardinals trying to break the scoreless tie. Baker in motion, and Clark option. Baker meets Highland, who knocks him out of bounds at about the 7.
And that play ran 6 seconds off the clock. They didn't have to use their timeout because it's out of bounds, so the clock automatically stops in high school football. Anytime it's out of bounds, no matter if it's first, second, third, or fourth quarter, out of bounds, clock stops. Here comes the field goal team.
Well, and you just mentioned it. They haven't tried one yet this year, but here you go in a scoreless tie in a game that keeps you unbeaten and a chance to win a conference title. You're in Elijah Mills now out.
When your team is 7-0 and scoring as many points as Mayville does, I mean, this kicker, Elijah Misna, has 37 out of 39 extra points. This is much further than an extra point, but he's actually fairly a good kicker, of course.
About 25 yards. Emerson Middlestad to put it down. The kick is away. It got over the line, and he splits the pipes. So the Cardinals end the half with 3 to break a scoreless tie on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. We go to the half with the Cardinals leading 3-0. Back in a few with first half stats, totals, and more after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac. Talk about how you felt prior to the services being done and then after.
I felt very hopeless almost. What I actually needed was to step back and look at what am I putting into my body and what am I surrounding myself with. Was struggling before, but now I feel a lot more in control.
Again, Kendra is a great example of a huge success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, built better for future generations.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it. Shop the SUV season sales event at Holiday. Get our low simplified price, more for your trade, and score money-saving offers like $299 per month on an all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5 or $309 per month on the off-road ready Mazda CX-50 while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
Put your trust in the award-winning team at Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Get top dollar for your property. Hi, I'm Brenda Barrett of Coldwell Banker Realty, Dodge County's #1 real estate broker. Your property is more valuable than you might realize. We have several qualified buyers waiting for homes, condos, and vacant land to go on the market. List yours with my reputable, award-winning, fully staffed office. Visit BrendaBarrett.com and call me for your free comparative market analysis. Call the office or get me on my cell at 920-382-0779.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline auto paint along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Dreyer Collision Concepts. They're the kings of collision on North Main Street. Now, did you know they offer free estimates? That's right. Vehicle registration, auto collision repair, custom paintwork, and mobile estimating. They'll come to you. So get rid of the grime with Grime Gorilla Car Wash. They're Fond du Lac's newest touch-free car wash on North Main Street next to Dreyer Collision Concepts. They've got monthly, single, and multi-vehicle options. So just download their free app to get the latest updates and information. Grime Gorilla Car Wash.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Halftime at Fruth, Flyway Conference Football Week 8 here on Radio Plus Sports. Quest Interior scoreboard reflects Mayville up 3-0. And if you're talking about a highlight, you can say that was saved until the last 2 minutes as far as the entire drive went. Mayville got the ball back after a third down stop, forced the Ledgers to punt. They took over with 2:41 left and 2 timeouts from their own 24. 12 plays and 66 yards later, sucking all 2:41 off the clock. It ended in an Elijah Milsna 25-yard field goal, and that is where we stand at the half. And that is brought to you by Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip, Brad.
Well, that 3 points is only 3 points. However, a big 3 points because now we're sitting at 3-0 in this game. Plus, the fact is Mayville's going to get the ball in the second half. That's a double whammy. 2 for 1.
So the Ledgers, we talked about their depth challenges after the injuries, particularly that occurred not just before the season, but particularly last week, guys that are out. And despite the score, I mean, if you're sitting on the other side with the differences as far as personnel and depth and stats and such like that, the Ledgers are right here. It's basically a one-play game at this point.
It's always hard to win when you have so many seniors and star juniors sitting on the bench because they're hurt. But when you're playing against a 7-0 Mayville team, it's equally difficult because Mayville is a strong team. Now, something to note, both these teams didn't play very good competition thus far. Springs' records of the opposing teams they played are 24-26, 2 games under 500. Mayville's record of their opponents is only 21-29. That's 8 games under 500. So maybe that's the reason why this game's been a little sloppy. Both quarterbacks have an interception, not a lot of completions for both teams. It's been and I'm not sure if the defense is that good or the offense is just not used to playing such a good defense.
Trivia time. It's brought to you by Taco Bell. Order your favorite menu items online and pick up at the drive-thru at all Fond du Lac Taco Bell locations. Taco Bell, live Mas, and who doesn't want a fourth meal run on a Friday night? So your chance to win that. Here's how you communicate your guesses on the following question. Be sure to text the following number, 920-212-0076. 920-212-0076 is the number to text. I need an answer along with your name and where you're listening from when you send that answer. The answer to what we're looking for is as follows. Mayville has won 3 of these last 4 meetings of the 2 teams between Mayville and the Ledgers. The first of those 3 came in the alternate spring 2020 season. Prior to that, Springs owned a winning streak in the series. So here's the question. How many consecutive wins did St. Mary Springs have in the series prior to that 2020 loss? Now you get an extra attaboy if you can name who Mayville's coach was the last time Mayville beat Springs prior to that Ledger streak. Again, 920-212-0076 to text your response. Leave your answer, name, and where you're watching from tonight, and you can win food from your Fond du Lac Taco Bell. We'll step aside again. 3-0 Quest Interior scoreboard. Mayville the lead over Fond du Lac Springs on Radio Plus Sports.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Anders Auto Parts. your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Hey, Fond du Lac's best-kept secret is no more. Operation Best Chicken and Friday Fish from a C store is out. Pioneer Pit Stop. Yes, Pioneer Pit Stop has some of the best takeout in town. The best part? No reservations needed. No need to drive halfway across the country. No special dress code, other than you need to be dressed. You're in and out with piping hot chicken or fish that you thought came from a supper club. Of course, fuel, beer, liquor, ice, snacks, groceries, and tons of other things we all need are always in stock. Pioneer Pit Stop, 20 East Pioneer Road across from Tucker's on South Main Street. It's Fishlicious.
3-1-4-0-1.
Halftime rolling on here at Fruth Memorial Field. Scott and I, Brad Lenz, with you. Week 8 Flyway Conference Football, Radio Plus Sports. Quest Interior scoreboard reading Mayville 3, Springs nothing. First half stats for you. First, for visiting Mayville, who has the 3-0 lead. Sawyer Hardesty, 10 carries, 50 yards. Joran Schlender's got 4 for 39. Landon Baker, 5 touches for 16. Ryan Clark, 3 totes for 16 yards as well. Clark through the air, 4 of 7 for 41 yards and an interception. Mayville's clicked off 11 first downs, committed 1 penalty that cost them 10 yards. That was a hold on the first drive of the game. And Joran Schlender, Austin Thorson, Landon Baker, and Chase Merritt each with a catch, combining for those 41 yards. For Springs, Will Stellmacher, 8 totes, 25 yards on the ground. Ben Anderson, 4 carries, 7 yards. Brody Highland with a carry for 6. Through the air, Anderson, 3 of 9, 45 yards and an interception. 4 first downs by the Ledgers. Their offense has been even quieter in that department since about the first 3 drives. Ledgers had on a drive that started early in the second quarter after a stop on downs by the Ledger defense. They had a 12-play drive that ended on a 4th down stop by Mayville. Ledgers only touched the ball 1 more time after that. It was 3 plays. Cardinals ate up the majority of time offensively in the second quarter, and now the Ledgers defense, as you've talked about, is going to have to go right back on the field to face the Mayville offense to open the second half.
Almost like 2 heavyweight fighters in this game. Both defenses are being very dominant. Hey, the player of the game so far is the kicker. He's had 1 play all game.
And he's got the points on the board. Elijah Millsnet at the end of the half pokes a 25-yarder through the uprights, and that's, at least by stats we have access to, the first one he's attempted and made all year.
What a funny story about the kicker for Mayville. He actually is a soccer player, which is also during the season. He goes to the soccer games when there's no football. He goes to the football games when there's no soccer.
So still looking for a winner on trivia tonight. Again, we're looking for how many consecutive years Springs won between these two teams. Mayville, the first win in a stretch was in the spring alternate season of 2020. That was the first of 3 straight for Mayville. Ledgers won last year, but what we're looking for is how many consecutive years did the Ledgers beat Mayville prior to that loss in the 2020 alternate spring season.
Man, you must have been an old teacher, Scott. You're tough. Your trivia questions are hard.
Doesn't everyone have a phone? I see it every day in a classroom. I mean, come on.
Can you really Google something like that? I'm not sure if you can Google that. You'd have to be a diehard Mayville/Ledger history buff to know that answer. I could guess.
Travis Wilson in Wiz Sports helps a lot.
So say the question. The question is, how many wins?
How many consecutive wins did the Ledgers have in this series prior to the 2020 spring loss, which was the first of 3 straight the Ledgers had to Mayville in the series?
Yep. Well, I was actually a senior in 1994 when the Ledgers played Mayville for the very first time here at this field. We were the #1 ranked team in the whole state, WISA and WIA, all divisions. St. Mary Springs was #1 ranked team by the Milwaukee Journal that year. Mayville was the #2 ranked team. They met here at Fruth Field. There was 5,000 people at that game. The most people that I've ever seen at a Mayville/Springs game or Springs game period was that night. Mayville won that game. They went on to win all their games that year, won the state championship by 55 points. That was a very dominant team, maybe one of the best teams Mayville's ever had.
And some would argue as well that year they might have been the best team in all divisions.
All divisions, yeah, absolutely. They were a load. Now, back to the trivia question. You want to know how many
consecutive wins? So I'm going to drop even a harder hint for you, because when that series started, when you talked about in 1994, the first 14 meetings, it was 7-7.
Yep, both teams were very good. Coach Hilber had been here at Mayville for a very long time, and obviously Coach Highland had been there at Springs. So both great traditions. That's why it was such a talked about game. Both teams from the WIA Mayville playing a WISAA St. Mary Springs. It was a clash. I'm going to say it was after those first 7-7, which is very even. I'm going to say Springs rattled off quite a few victories in a row up until that COVID season when Coach Hilber from Mayville took over for, not his dad, but his dad was the coach back in 1994. There was two Coach Hilbers. Now it's the son coaching for Mayville. I'm going to say Springs won quite a few. I'm going to say in the teens. I'm going to say 13, 14, maybe 15 games in a row before Mayville took it to them for what was Mayville win 2 years in a row, or was it 3 years in a row?
They won, so 2020, the spring alternate season, which the Flyway played, 21 and 22. Those are the 2 years, of course, that Mayville ended their season in Madison as a state runner-up.
And now last year, Springs beat Mayville at Mayville. If you remember that game, that was the game of the week. It was a Thursday night football game. It was actually state televised. Springs won that game 26-21, but it was a battle.
And we're having one here, again, on paper, and with the Ledgers decimated by injuries, one could have thought perhaps it wouldn't be, but you just, when these two teams get together, regardless of how it's gone, as you've talked about the history, it doesn't really matter other than the streak, and you're close. I'll just say that.
And both these teams have been so successful, they're actually both playing up, as Mayville's going to have to move up to Division 4 when the playoffs start this year. Springs, traditionally a Division 6 team, is going to have to move up to Division 5 because of the success factor rule that the WIA had put in play about 3 years ago. This is year 3 where it's actually being implemented this year for the first time come playoff time.
Bentley Coots will put his toe into it at the 40. Cardinals will start the second half with possession. Promensberger and Merritt will flank either side of Landon Baker.
Number 3, Promensberger is only a sophomore. He's going to get it here.
And he's going to get it from the 9-yard line. Up the field, near side 10, 15, 20. Following blocking, 25, and he'll be denied the 30, pushed back there. Cardinals will start first and 10, their own 29.
The Springs JV team is hoping Promensberger, number 3, will not be playing Monday when Mayville comes to St. Mary Springs High School and plays a JV game starting at 4 o'clock. Scott, I know I can get you a ticket. I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Teleportation device as well.
That should be a great game. Mayville is undefeated JV. Springs JV only has 1 loss.
You talk
similar to what we got here. We got Mayville undefeated varsity, Springs varsity 1 loss.
And teams now, especially want, you talk about Mayville from the 80s, most of the 90s, and until about 2007, continuing reloading, and that's what they've been doing the last 5 years. They reload, as Springs has done seemingly for 50 years. Here we go, start of the second half. Baker in motion, and they start by giving it to Hardesty, and this time he is walled off, no gain.
A little wrinkle in the Ledgers defense, the 2 tackles, which is Cannon Cluck and Beckett Longley. Right before the snap, they switched gears. They switched from the B gap to the C gap. Instead of being lined up on the guard, they switched out to the tackle. That screwed up the blocking scheme of Mayville, and that's what caused the no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 is much better than what Mayville had been getting. A lot of times they had 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Ledgers now won that first down.
Each first drive play for Mayville of their 4 drives in the first half, 6, 7, 16, and 12. So this one by far the best stop on first down for the Ledger defense.
Their Cannon Cluck does again, switches spots. They're switching all around, trying to screw up the offensive lineman blocking scheme.
Seiler in motion. Hardesty got slowed by a leg tackle. His height falls forward for a yard, but again, they messed it up. 3rd down.
Something to note, the defensive coordinator for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, Zach Wilderman, who possibly could be the head coach next year, went to Mayville. Yeah. He was part of those traditional great teams from Mayville, and now he's wearing blue across. He's still good friends with the coaches on their side, but tonight it's definitely a battle.
And he's been here a while. He's he along with a few of the other assistants on the staff, it's part of the reason you have success when you can keep tenured staff around for lengths of time like Springs has. 3rd and long. Just out across Mayville's own 30.
Ledgers brought an extra defensive lineman in to rush the passer.
Thorson and Schlender wide left, back to pass Clark, rolling left, steps through traffic, through an arm tackle, forced to burrow. He breaks another tackle, up the sideline, shoulder shake along the sideline. He'll be stopped short of the first down, but that should have been buried for about an 8-yard loss.
I'm not sure how to say that. Maul with the missed tackle? I don't think I've ever said that. I don't know what happened there. Mull just absolutely missed Ryan Clark. Now, Ryan Clark is not known for being a powerful runner or a shifter runner. He's known for making good decisions and running this offense almost flawlessly for the first 7 games of the season.
And now they get the 4th down set up.
They're going to punt because Clark is out of the game.
And Hardesty is the punter. So the Ledgers get a 3 and out, where the Cardinals were hoping to get a wraparound and go up 2 scores. Instead, it remains a 1-play, 1-score game.
Oh, fake.
And they fake it. They snap it inside to Promensberger, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. They haven't blown the rugby scrum dead yet.
No, he's short. Mayville's hoping he got a good spot, but he's short.
A good 2 yards. You talk about trust. We saw what kind of trust Coach Hilber had in the offense. Now he's putting the trust in the defense right now.
Wow, that's 2 really gutsy calls by Coach Hilber. The one time they went for it on 4th down, they actually got it. That time was, he went for it, but I think he's going to be short by half a football.
More than that. It's a solid yard. They're going to measure this. They're going to bring the chains in, but
you got the angle, Scott. You're 2 feet to my left.
Yeah, I think he's close. He's probably at least a yard short. They're going to measure this. I'm surprised they spotted it where they did, quite frankly.
When the play happened, I actually thought he was going to be way shorter than what he actually ended up being. But 1 inch, 1 yard, doesn't matter. Ledger football, 1st down, going to the left.
So all of that, it actually ends up being about a 5-yard gain on what looked like you said, he got hit when he hit the line of scrimmage, and then it just became a rugby scrum.
If you're going to do a sneak, why not give it to Harvesty? I know he's the punter back there, but maybe switch up and let Now, if Harvesty gets that ball, he might get that extra 6 inches needed.
So Coach Hilber putting the trust in his defense. They lead it 3-0, 9:20 left 3rd quarter. Ledgers with the stop. They get it. Anderson out of the gun awaiting the snap. He has it. He hands it to Stellmacher into the pile. Diving forward inside the 35 near the 32. Gain of 6.
That was a trap play. That's called fullback trap. The blitzing linebackers for Mayville both brought both linebackers up the middle, but the Ledgers beat them to it. Now we got 2nd and short, 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun goes Anderson. He gives Stellmacher again, waiting for something to materialize. Does not happen. He is buried at the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten forward progress for 1. It's 3rd down.
Whipped down by number 33, Harvesty. So that was 33 with the tackle on 33, the running back. Harvesty is just as good on the defensive side of the ball. He'll be a first-team offense, first-team defense type player this year. Rightfully so.
So here's another likely 2-down spot, although again, now we saw Coots kicking deep field goals with distance to spare the other way.
He was kicking 45-yarders in warm-ups. This is within his range if they don't get any yards.
And the flag is stale at this point.
Blitzing linebacker.
Snap to Anderson. He gets into the pile, falls forward, and forward progress is going to move the stick, so forget the discussion. Another set of downs.
When St. Mary Springs needs a big play, they put their trust in their number 3 starting quarterback, the captain, number 3, Ben Anderson. Ben Anderson came up big there. Great run. They call him Crazy Legs Anderson because he's always churning. He's always trying to get that extra yard. Never will say die. Never will quit.
Addison Jones Real Estate's moving the chains for the Ledgers. Call Addison Jones and call the movers. 1st and 10. Still looking for an answer from that trivia question. It was not 17. It's less than that. 1st and 10 from the 26 in Mayville territory. Anderson again keeps waiting for a hole to open, and he is bumped down shy of the 20. They'll give him the 22, a gain of about 4.
The near side left guard, Jackson Pells, that's number 52. That was a trap. He's the pulling guard. He went out there and got the linebacker, sealed him in, which is a successful play. Now we got 2nd and 5 for the Ledgers.
So 2nd and 5. We tick to just over 7 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ledgers drive on a short field, the result of Mayville not converting on a fake punt on 4th and 5 inside their own 35. Highland wide right, Rebeck wide left. Snap to Anderson, give to Stellmacher. Hurdling backfield traffic, falling forward inside the 20 near the 18-yard line. That's a gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd down and short.
And now they're definitely in Bentley Coots' range. If they don't get it here, I would see them. It's going to be 4th, and it'll be a decision Coach Highland is going to have to make. If they don't get it 1st down, are they going to kick the field goal to tie it up, or are they going to go for it?
Well, momentum seems to be on the near side, so perhaps with 3rd and a long 1, short 2, you ride momentum because you know that
Ben Anderson's out on the sideline here.
Well, looks like he's still getting the play. They're still making some decision. There looks like
late flag.
Yeah, very late flag. Did not even see it. This would be the first penalty. They call illegal formation. Well, that would happen after the play. First penalty against the Ledgers. This has been a laundry-free game. That's the first on the Ledgers, but interesting timing on it. Turns 3rd and short into 2nd and 10. I can't even say I saw it.
It must have been not enough men in the backfield, something like that.
Twins right. Highland the slot. Rebeck wide left. Snap to Anderson. Option left. They pitch it to Stellmacher. Going nowhere. Mayville had that sniffed out. And again, that was Mason Girth, who blew up a screen in the first half there to meet Stellmacher in his tracks.
Nowhere to go. Mayville's stringing it out, not letting any of the Ledgers get outside there. Now it's 3rd and very long. The Ledgers have not ran their killer screen pass yet, which is basically an outside passing play. That would be a play I could see them running right now.
Well, now, again, you talked about would they decide if we're inside the 20, would they kick to try and tie, or would they go for it on 3rd and short or 4th and short? See what they do here. Might not be a bad spot, as you said, for that sort of play. Stellmacher flanks Anderson to his right out of the shotgun. Snap to him. And keeping Anderson rolling right. Throwing on the run. Maul juggling. And he holds onto the football. He's got the first down. Burrowing up the sideline. Out of bounds. First down to the 15. Call it the 5.
Does that count as 2 catches, Scott? Maul had the ball, juggled it, caught it again. Luckily for the Ledgers, first down, a big first down. Now they're for sure in field goal range, but they're going to look for 6 here to take the lead.
24 yards. And again, that was Girth in coverage. He almost was able to knock it away and jar it loose on the juggle, but Maul sure hands viced it tight and went up the sideline. 1st and goal, Ledgers. They trail by 3. Anderson to the right of Anderson. Stellmacher gets it, and he is stalled at the line of scrimmage and met by a host of white. The whistles blow.
What a tough run by Stellmacher, refusing to go down.
No gain, 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play, 2nd and goal.
So that's 2 third down conversions on this drive. Again, this field position was the gift of the Ledgers' defensive stop on 4th and about 5. Mayville set up to punt. They faked. Were stopped a yard and change short. Ledgers trying to cash it in and take the lead, at worst tie. Maul slot right. Beagle wide left. Anderson keeps going nowhere. Maybe forward progress for a yard, but no more. 3rd down.
And nothing there with the blitzing linebackers. Defensive linemen are not getting pushed off the wall, pushed off the ball. The Mayville defense is very good. I would not be surprised if Springs, if they got to be 4th down, to kick the ball to force a tie, because it's very hard to get even 2-3 yards in the Mayville defense.
Well, definitely you're almost in chip shot range, but the trick is, as close as they are, they're on the far hash, so the angle would be the tough part to navigate.
Coots is a very capable kicker. He's a sophomore, doesn't have a ton of experience, but he did kick last year in the varsity as a freshman.
10th play of the drive. Rebeck wide right. Twins left. Anderson with Stellmacher in the backfield. Anderson keeping, gets through an arm tackle, refusing to go down, but not before he's met again by a trio in white. No gain. They'll give him actually forward progress of 1 yard, 4th down, and it looks like they'll try 3.
And Coots is a right-legged kicker, so he feels more comfortable kicking from the right hash than the left hash, and that's exactly where the Ledgers will be setting up here. Basically an extra point, however, it's not in the middle of the field, it's on the hash.
Again, that's the one thing I would see at this distance, and is the angle. Does he get the angle right? So Coots will try it, and this will be about a 21-yard try. Maybe 2 yards further than an extra point, save the angle. Lines down. Snap is clean. Kick is away. Plenty of leg. Did he navigate the angle? He did, and we're tied with 2:53 left in the 3rd quarter. 3-3 on your Quest Interiors scoreboard. Mayville and Springs knotted at Fruth. We return after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Quest Interior scoreboard from Fruth Memorial and Fond du Lac reads Ledgers 3, Mayville 3. 10 plays, 33 yards, set up by a fourth down stop in Mayville's own territory. Bentley Coots 21-yard field goal, and we're tied at 3 with 2:53 left in the third quarter. Coots has run up his kick, driving an end-over-end to the near side. Promensberger from the 9-yard line, trying to pick up blocking, picks up a block from Baker. 15 to the 20, shoulder shake at the 22, cuts back inside through arm tackles at the 25, falling forward near the 30, and that's where the Cardinals start again, 1st and 10 in a tie game.
Number 31, Ethan Kriegel, only a sophomore, big tackle on the kickoff there. Now, the Ledgers came up big there with a field goal, Scott. It's tied 3-3, but you almost feel like they missed a golden opportunity. They were inside the 4-yard line and didn't get 6. That might come back to haunt them, but at least it's tied up for the Ledgers. This game's basically starting over 0-0.
Coach Hilber showing trust in his offense to convert at midfield. In the first half, he showed trust in his defense. They gave up points but didn't give up the lead. The pitch wide to the left, that's Hardesty getting him out in space, squaring up, driving forward near the sticks. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds. It's very near the first down, shy of the 40.
Good play call, a little reverse option almost. Hardesty getting out space. I mean, they pound Hardesty so much up the A gap and the B gap. The A gap is the gap between the center and the guard, and the B gap is between the guard and the tackle. That time they got Hardesty outside. First down, successful play for the Mayville Cardinals.
And you're going to tack on 15 more because somebody got him up around the face mask and yanked him. So put it all the way into Ledger territory at the 45.
Sometimes that's the only way to get down a 6'2", 235-pound running back.
Only the second penalty of the game on the Ledgers, both here in the second half. Schlender wing left. And that's Seiler wing right. He goes in motion, and they'll again pitch it. Hardesty working back across the grain, and he is swallowed up by a host of blue inside the 45 at the 42, gain of 3.
And again, the Ledgers defensive linemen are shifting at the last second. They're when Mayville comes up and says the first cadence like set or down, the down linemen are shifting. Why do they do that? Because Mayville offense linemen, they're kind of predetermined who they're going to block before the snap is. When the Ledgers move like that, it kind of screws up the who's blocking who on the Mayville offensive line.
2nd and 7, 42-yard line Ledger territory. That's Chase Merritt wing left, Baker wing right, Hardesty behind Ryan Clark. And Hardesty again following Merritt into the hole, driving his way inside the 40, and they'll give him about the 37. It's a gain of 5, short of the first down, but 3rd and short upcoming.
Maul's going to have to come out of the game. I think his helmet came off. In high school football, if your helmet comes off, you have to come out one play. Even if the St. Mary Springs Ledgers call a timeout here, he still has to sit out one play. If that was not the rule, they would probably call a timeout to get Maul back in here because this is a very important 3rd down.
3rd and a ball, solid 2. 37-yard line. Cardinals need the 35. 1:20. Clock rolls, third quarter. Tie game at 3. Baker goes in motion, and they'll pitch it to him following Hardesty. Chopped down in the backfield.
Now the question is, Scott, is Mayville going to try to go for it again on 4th down? They're on the Ledger side of the 50, but it'd be pretty risky to go for it here, wouldn't it?
Was that Babler that made the tackle, or is that 80?
Babler doesn't play defense.
Okay.
Babler's a sophomore, number 30. He's one of the fastest players in the team. He's on the kickoff team, but he does not play defense.
So a loss of 2, 4th and 4.
Their starting offense is out there.
Again, extreme trust. They didn't get this far. This is probably their biggest test of the season. Double wings. They bring Schlender in motion. They fake it to him. Clark tucks. Weak side. Steph Arm at the 38. Squares up, dives forward. Did he tiptoe the sideline long enough? They're going to mark him out. It looks like short. That's where they're going to put it down. He needed 4 and looks like he got 2. That's the case. Turnover on down, 2nd of the half. And the Ledgers get it back with 33 seconds left in the 3rd.
All the big plays thus far have gone towards Springs. Those 4th downs, I guess I shouldn't say all of them. Mayville got the 1 first down and 4th down, but the fake punt, and now that 4th down, it's 2 wins for the Ledgers, 1 for Mayville on those 4th downs.
So the Ledgers take over on a 4th down stop. 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter from the 37-yard line. In a tie game at 3. Again, it's a one-play game right now. Anderson calls the shots. He follows Stellmacher into the hole off left guard. Not much. Denied the 40. They still haven't blown the whistle. Now they have. They give him the 39. It'll be a gain of 2 on what might be the last play of the quarter.
Brody Highland, number 5. That's the grandson of Coach Highland. He came off limping here. He's got definitely an ankle or knee issue. He's kind of not at full strength. a sophomore, number 45, Jackson Sobel, comes in the game for Highland.
And they're going to wait this out. They don't have to run a play. And that's what they'll do. They'll switch ends, and we'll go to the fourth in a tie game at 3 on your Quest Interior scoreboard at Fruth. Week 8 Flyway Conference football heavyweights of the Mayville Cardinals and St. Mary Springs Ledgers. We're back after this on Radio Plus.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Fruth Memorial. Week 8 Flyway Conference football, Radio Plus Sports. Scott and Brad with you. 3-3 is your score. Ledgers again, second time in the half that they have gotten a fourth down stop. They take over on offense.
If you're at home wondering, the wind is going left to right. Now the Ledgers have the wind at their back. That could be a very important thing if this game comes down to a 3-point try.
And again, this was the direction that Cluck was attempting field goals around the 50-yard range. 2nd and 8 as we commence the fourth quarter. Call it 2nd and 7. Snap to Anderson out of the shotgun. He looks right, he sets, he throws, foot in the ground, completion to the near side. And that's going to be Rebeck. He's wrapped up in his tracks by Promensberger, short of the first down, 3rd and short.
Little out pattern there by Rebeck. That's a 7 yards back to 6 out. That ball was very well placed by Anderson. Now it's very 3rd and short. Look for them to either get to Stelmacher or Anderson, keep it here off tackle.
2 of 4 on 3rd down in the half are the Ledgers. 5 of 11 on the game. Rebeck wide left. Twins to the right. Stelmacher flanking Anderson to his left. Motion left to right. And that's Stelmacher. He looks to have the first down. Depends on the spot.
He got a very generous spot.
And I think it was a good one, and it should be enough.
They might have to measure this. If it's enough, it's by... Oh, they gave it to him. Big first down. Not only do the Ledgers get a first down, but now they're getting another... Oh, they're going to measure. Yeah. But they pointed first down. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I said the man in white pointed first down. Yeah,
just give it to him.
You had Owen Stager standing there with his arm up with a fist circled. Politics is in his future.
11 minutes on the clock. We got to watch that. Both teams might only get the ball 1, maybe 2 more times.
Mayville only had it twice in the third quarter. It's not unusual the way Mayville plays offense. You go back a couple years to that state final, the second year in 2022. They had 5 possessions in the entire game. Anderson out of the gun. Stelmacher to his right. Snap to Anderson, back to pass, has time, foot in the ground. He finds Maul. He's got him at the 40, dropped in his tracks, but he gains 13 and a first down.
You know, when Maul was switched from guard last year, he was the left guard. He's got switched to tight end. Everyone in the offense of St. Mary Springs kind of thought he'd be running the ball a lot. Turns out he's getting a lot of receptions. He's the #1 receiver for the Ledgers offense this year. He doesn't run the ball a lot, but he's getting lots of passes, but he's getting big passes like that one right there.
The design right is you try and get the ball to your best playmakers, and he's obviously proven to be one of them. Maul 3-point stance, right side of the line. Rebeck wide right. Snap to Anderson. Back to pass, looking that way again. Almost an overstep and an interception, but it falls incomplete.
I had mentioned it earlier when Mayville threw a 3-yard out that it's the most risky pass in football because if it's picked off, there's no one there to tackle him. It's pick 6 all day long. Mayville almost got a big play there. Luckily for the Ledgers and Anderson, that was incomplete.
Well, Mason Girth, we've called his name a couple of times. He was the guy that almost was in position to step in front and go about 65 for a 6.
2 passes in a row. The Ledger offensive coordinator Kyle Krieger, 2 passes in a row, showing the confidence to put the ball in Ben Anderson in the air.
3 out of 5 on this drive through the air. 2nd and 10. 10 and change left in the fourth in a tie game at 3. Highland in motion. They give it to Stelmacher into the heart of the line. He might get inside the 40, but not much more. It'll be 3rd and long.
Mayville's inside linebackers are just reading it. As soon as they smell that it's not a pass. They are blitzing. They're in the backfield almost as fast as Stellmacher is getting the ball.
Already the 6th attempt on 3rd down of this half for St. Mary Springs. We're under 10 left in the 4th.
Now 3rd and long, passing down again.
Well, and again, you're probably thinking here, unless the Ledgers lose yardage on this play, they're probably going for it on 4th down as well, because they should have some confidence in their defense. Receivers times 2 either way. Anderson out of the gun. Stellmacher back there with him. Snap to him. Sets. Fires. Caught! Inside the 30. He's got the first down, a gain of about 10.
Great catch by number 8, Khalil Rebeck, the senior. He's been playing with Ben Anderson since grade school, 5th grade. Those two have been hooking up for the last 8 years.
Gain of about 11. Moved the chains again. The coverage wasn't bad because he was hit immediately, but no one in front of the play.
Great pass by Anderson. That ball cannot be put anything other than on a line as hard as you can get. That ball's got to be put on, it's called a slant route. Khalil Rebeck's going upfield 3 yards, trying to fake a fade, and then he's going right across the middle. Great pass by Anderson, led him perfectly.
Again, this drive of a 4th down stop of Mayville's offense. Now it's at the Cardinal 29. Tie game, keep by Anderson. Steps through tacklers to the 20, the 15, the 10. Roped down just short of the goal line. It's 1st and goal.
And the reason that was not called a horse collar, the defensive tackler for Mayville got the back of Anderson's jersey, not the shoulder pad part. If you get your fingers in the back of the shoulder pad, that's the 15-yard horse collar penalty. Even though it would have been a penalty, it would have been half the distance to the goal line. It would have been a 3-inch penalty. So either way, no penalty. No harm, no foul.
Biggest run of the night by far for the Ledgers. 1st and goal in a tie game. We tick to 8:40. The give, Stellmacher into the pile. Didn't need much. Arms up. Touchdown. Ledgers take the lead.
All coming off a 4th down try for Mayville that gave the good field position to the Ledgers. The Ledgers took advantage of that. Now they're up by 7, which is a very important number because points are hard to come by tonight.
About almost a 4-minute drive.
The kicking team for St. Mary Springs is sophomore center McGuire, sophomore holder Wilson, sophomore kicker Coots.
Trying to tack on and make it a 7-point game. Coots into the night sky and good. 10-3. Ledgers grab the lead for the first time at Fruth on your Quest Interior scoreboard. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow-roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu. Not just for late night, and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
9 plays, 63 yards. Ben Anderson with a 28-yard run to set up Will Stellmacher for a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point gives the Ledgers the lead. We're halfway to the trivia question. Last time Mayville won in the rivalry ahead of the last spring's streak, ahead of 2020, was 2007. Tom Nenning was the coach, so we pretty much gave it away. Do the math. Hit on the ground, and they'll let it hurtle back to Landon Baker at the 20-yard line. Baker up the far sideline, 25-30. He's squared up and spilled out across the 30 near the 35, where the Cardinals take over now down with 8.5 left in the 4th.
If you're watching this game and you're wondering, did Coots miss the ball? No, that was designed. Coach Highland wanted, that's called a squib kick. They did not want to kick it deep and get Mayville's return team all ready to block and get a big gain. That was designed to squib, maybe not get a long kick, but throw off the timing of the blockers from Mayville so they couldn't spring one deep.
Well, again, as you mentioned, the Cardinals had 4 drives in the first half, 2 in the third. They might get this drive and 1 more at most the way this game has gone. Double wing, they fake to Hardesty, give it to Schlender, falls forward, denied the 40, give him the 39, a gain of about 4.
And that clock's going to be a big factor now. Now we're under 8.5 minutes.
2nd down and 6. So again, we're halfway to that trivia question. Somebody got the attaboy, but I don't know if I can throw food at you for that.
You're tough, Scott. You're tough. No hints even?
We just set it up. Just do the math. 2007
I think this game is too close for trivia questions. Everyone's too much into this game.
Probably. Clark pulls it out of Sawyer Hardesty's belly, and he crosses the 45, has the first down, gain of about 7.
Now, that is not a true option. Ryan Clark is not reading anyone when he's pulling that ball out of the belly of Hardesty. He's actually looking in the backfield, not towards the defensive line like the Ledgers. When the Ledgers run the offense, they're actually reading the defensive line, how they react. That's what Ben Anderson will do. Either give the ball or pull it. That was designed run all the way by Mayville, not an option.
So 7.5 left, and we're going to get a whistle, I think. Yep, Mayville called a timeout. 10-3 Ledger lead. Quest Interior scoreboard timeout for us. Back after this, Radio Plus Sports.
Here we go.
Quarter score, it's Lemire 14, Campbellsport 0.
It says it's not on the screen. It is?
Score on the screen. Out of a Mayville timeout. Scott and Brad with you. Springs 10, Cardinals 3. Quest Interior scoreboard. 1st and 10 Cardinals, their own 46-yard line. Schlender in motion. They give it to Hardesty, bulldozing his way into Ledger territory, and he is at about the 44. That might be enough for a first.
Great drive thus far. Mayville's not messing around. They're going to go right up, no huddle.
They haven't moved the chain, so it looks like a gain of 9. So, yep, Cardinals go no huddle. It's 2nd and short. Gain of 9 by Hardesty. They turn. They're Hardesty. It's a fake, actually. Clark again keeps it. 2nd time in the last 3 plays he's done that, but it gets him a first down to about the 38.
And again, I don't think Ryan Clark is reading anyone. I think he's just faking the run, keeping it all the way.
So someone's one off on the math. We're not in the teens. Tom Nenning was the coach before the long Ledger winning streak started. The streak went starting in 08, ended in 2019. Short motion by Brent Seiler. He'll reset on the right side. That's Merritt wing to the left. Clark turns. Hardesty has it. Bumping off of tacklers in the backfield, and he's swarmed under at about the 35. And
Before that play, Caden Pitts, the near side D tackle, he almost jumped off sides, but he didn't jump in the neutral zone, so that was no flag. The left tackle for Mayville pointed at him, tried to get the ref to throw the flag, but no flag. Ledger's got a pretty big stop there, 2nd and about 6 or 7. So this could be probably the last drive of Mayville here, because if they give the ball back to Ledgers, the Ledgers could definitely burn 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. We're already under 6.5 minutes.
Clock ticks. Wings either way. 2nd and 7. 35-yard line Ledger territory. And Hardesty has it. Driving forward. Shy of the 30. Call it the 31. Gain of about 4.
If you can hear the wind back home when you're watching this game, I mean, it's getting a little windy here. It's now it's coming from the north, which is from the far side, Mayville side, towards the Ledger sidelines here.
2 down territory for sure. 31-yard line Ledger territory. 3rd and about 3. Halfway through the 4th quarter. Cardinals down 7 on the road. Merritt in motion, and they pitch it to Hardesty, looking to get through traffic, and he is cut down at about the 29, maybe the 28. It's 4th and short.
Possibly the biggest play of the season for Mayville right here.
Cardinals have yet to convert a 3rd down, 0 of 3 this half. This is their 3rd go on 4th down. They haven't converted the last 2.
They're giving the ball to Hardesty. Everyone in the crowd knows 33, the fullback's getting the ball.
Seiler in motion. Cardinals act as though they're changing out.
No safeties back for Ledgers. They got everyone in the box.
This time, motion. Clark.
Oh,
forward.
Stopped.
Well, was he down? That's the question. Again, this comes down to a spot. It didn't look like Clark had his knee on the ground. A second effort might have made the measurement closer.
I think it was too long to go for a quarterback sneak.
They didn't get it. Another turnover on downs. 3 times this half.
Now it's 3 4th downs to the Ledgers, only 1 for Mayville. That was maybe the biggest stop the Ledgers defense all season long. Now the Ledgers just need to burn off 5 minutes of this clock. They don't need to score. They just need to keep the clock moving. Don't get out of bounds. Ben Anderson should go in the huddle and make sure he tells his guys, If there's anything outside, we're better to fall down than get out of bounds. We don't want to stop the clock.
Tammy Bushke did the math. She wins. It was a 12-year winning streak.
That was a marathon there.
2008 to 2019. Ledger's trying to hold on to a 7-point lead after their third fourth down stop. Anderson, the snap, the keep, roped down by Sawyer Hardesty.
What a ferocious tackle. Hardesty, does he wrestle during the winter? Because he's one heck of a tackler. The Ledger should be in no hurry to snap this ball. You got 40 seconds in between snaps. Anderson should come up to the line, look at the back line judge. That's the line judge closest to the right side of your screen here. You can't see him in the screen, but he'll put his hand up at 10 seconds on the play clock and then start pointing up and down at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Anderson should not be running this play. He should not be in any hurry to snap this ball.
Cardinals might have to start thinking about using defensive timeouts if they click off another first here. Ledgers shuffle the deck. They'll send Highland to the left. Maul switches left to right. Anderson keeps following Stellemacher, and he is roped and thrown down at the line of scrimmage. Might have been a loss. Third down, and there is exactly what we thought. Timeout is called. Mayville takes it their second. We'll keep this one here. Second half score, Lamira and Campbellsport. The Lions are trying to do their part to get to week 9 unbeaten. They were up 14-0 on the Cougars. Mayville was trying to do the same thing here, but they've got work to do with 4:16 left in the fourth. They're down 10-3 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. Again, Tammy Bushke, the winner. She did the math. 12-year winning streak for the Ledgers after each team's split the first 14. Ledgers won from 2008 through 2019. Mayville won the next 3. Ledgers won last year. And interestingly, along with 3 of the last 4 for Mayville, though, the road team has won 4 of the last 6, so the Ledgers, if they can hold on here, would kind of put a dent in that turnabout.
But isn't every game a road game for the Ledgers? I mean, Ledgers High School is 10 miles away. I mean, every game they get out of the team room, get on a bus. It doesn't matter if it's a home game because they play here in town, but the school is out on Highway 23 on the east side of Fond du Lac. So no matter what, for example, last week at Lamira, is it really that much different? They either come to Fond du Lac Fruth Field here, 10-minute drive, or 15, 20-minute drive and go out to Lamira.
They got to go more miles. And they had to get on the freeway. Third down, long 3, short 4.
Anderson's ran the last 2 times. Let's see if they keep it in his hands again.
He's got Stellemacher to his left, and he'll follow Stellemacher trying to hop outside to the left. Through arm tackles. He's got the first down into Mayville territory.
Well, why do you run your quarterback 3 times in a row? Because very seldom will bad things happen. You don't have to worry about a bad snap. On a jet sweep, there's a lot of times you get a muff snap and the ball hits the shoulder pad or hip of the running back and there's a fumble. The fumble is the only thing that could get Mayville back in this game. If the Ledgers keep churning out yards, first downs, they could just basically run out the clock. If you can hear that home, it's getting windy.
Yeah, each team has turned it over once, but both were on interceptions. I don't think you're going to see a ball in the air here. Rebeck wide right, Twins left. Anderson out of the gun. We're at 3:40 left. He's staring down the back judge now, and there's the hand count. Now the 5. He turns, he gives Stellemacher, going nowhere, met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back.
And again, 40-second play clock. The Ledgers are in no rush to run this next play.
Cardinals only have 1 timeout left, so they're going to need to keep Springs behind the chains on second down before they can think of using that timeout on third, because if you do the math here, I was asking viewers to do the math. Let's see if I can. So if you do the math on that and they keep the clock rolling, they could get this to about 1:40-ish, even if they don't convert on a first down.
And remember, Mayville's game is not long passes. How many times have they even passed more than 10 or 15 yards tonight? I can't remember any.
The one they did was an interception.
And Ben Anderson's got an interception, but that one really didn't count. That was third down and long anyway, so it was kind of like a short punt.
Sweep by Anderson, trying to hop outside.
Stay in bounds.
Swarm
Stay in
is
bounds.
there, and he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage at about the 49-yard line. Loss of 2. There's the timeout.
I'm not sure if Anderson was saying it to himself, but the coaches are all yelling, stay in bounds, stay in bounds. That clock is the Ledger's best friend right now.
So that's their final. So again, let's do the math here. We'll stay here. If the Ledgers keep it on the ground and don't convert, you're probably looking at getting to roughly the 1:40 mark before they would have to punt if they decide to. Of course, they could decide to go for it if they don't get it on this play, and of course, if they get it, it's game over. And if they go for it and don't get it, you're still looking at probably in the minute 20 range and no timeouts for Mayville to work with. And again, as you just said, Brad, if that happens and Mayville gets it back, they're again looking at maybe give or take 80 seconds and no timeouts and out of kind of their identity offensively.
The best way to define Ryan Clark, the quarterback for Mayville, is efficient. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's not a long ball thrower. This is definitely not Mayville's game. Mayville has not been behind all season long except for when they played Houston. The first play of Houston's game was an 80-yard touchdown pass. Mayville was down 7-0. That was a very close game, by the way. That was 7-14 at halftime. Mayville ended up blowing Houston out. It was like 49-14 at the end of the game. But the first half was very close. I would think the Ledgers are going to do a quarterback draw here. They don't run it often. In fact, for lots of years, the Ledgers didn't have a great passing quarterback. The quarterback draw was their best passing play. Let's see if they do it.
Out of the timeout, 2.5 left. Mayville with no timeouts left. Lots of movement. Who went first? Who went first? That's going to be a false start on the Ledgers. Third penalty of the night. So it'll make it 3rd down and 16. Put it back in Ledger territory at the 40.
Unfortunately, your senior captain is the one who jumped off sides. Noah Mall, number 2, the best player arguably on the field, had a little mishap there and jumped too soon. Now that was not going to be a quarterback draw because did you see how Noah Mall came out of his stance? That was a pass play.
Well, it's either, I mean, the theory is as a coaching staff or as a team, you try and instill, okay, what do? Do we try to avoid losing or do we do something to win the game? Ledgers looked like they were going to do something to try and win the game. Here we go out of the penalty. They fake. Anderson rolling left, looking to throw. Now he tucks, trying to weave back through traffic, and he'll be through arm tackles, making it way closer than it could have been. It sets up 4th and 2 at the 40. That's going to give the Ledgers likely a chance to seal the game with a 1st down. He got 14.
What a great run by Crazy Legs Anderson. What a great run.
So right here's the ball game. The clock will tick and we'll get to about the minute 20 range.
Anderson needs a new jersey. His jersey got torn up there.
Yeah, we're gonna get an official timeout here.
Can you play without a jersey? I'm not sure because it's kind of a safety thing. I mean, you can't have any of their snaps and stuff being shown there. The backup quarterback's number 7, Xander Lenz. He's a sophomore. See what happens here.
So the clock stops here. We've got a minute 54 left. They're gonna put a few seconds on the clock because they're calling this. It looks like an equipment issue. I don't even see the back of his jersey.
Either they got to get him a new jersey on, and it might be just like a helmet malfunction. When the helmet comes off, you come out for one play.
And the referee is gonna roll the clock here.
Yeah, because he was tackled inbounds.
Yep.
There's no reason why the clock should be stopped.
Yeah, they're gonna roll the clock, and he's gonna be able to stay in. So here we go.
This clock will be down to about a minute and a half when he has to snap the ball. He's in no hurry to even call the play. He's got his 10 guys in the huddle. He's going to wait till about, who knows? The Ledgers probably will just call a timeout here. Yep. There's no reason. Yeah, they'll call the timeout when the clock gets to one. The play clock gets to 1 second.
Yeah, so they're gonna. Yeah, again, there's no urgency whatsoever because there's the 5 count and there's the timeout. We'll take it as well. Ball game on the line when we come back on that Quest Interior scoreboard. A 1st down wins it for the Ledgers. They lead it 10-3 at Fruth. We're back after this on Radio Plus.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
10-3, 4th down and 2 upcoming for the Ledger offense. So what do?
Get him a new jersey. Ben Anderson has turned into number 1. Holzman. Number 1 is traditionally for Jack Holzman. He got hurt last week with a serious knee injury. He's out for the season. Same injury he suffered in basketball. So number 1, Jack Holzman has his jersey on over his sweatshirt tonight. Ben Anderson's jersey got so torn up, they actually got to get him a new jersey.
So they're going to settle our argument up here about the rationale of whether or not to go for it.
Well, you got to think Highland wants to go for it. He's an offensive lineman at heart. That's what he played in college at North Dakota State. He wants to finish this game right now, but there's got to be some talk about punting, but they're going to go for it.
They line up quickly. Anderson out of the gun. Ball game going to be decided here. Anderson keeps. He's got it. Game over. Ben Anderson, 10 yards, first down. Cardinals can't stop the clock. 3 knees and we're done.
And Ben Anderson carried that team. How many times did he get the ball there? Almost every single time. Stelmacher got the run one time. Ben Anderson got all the rest of the plays.
6 out of 7 on the drive. Anderson sets them up. And despite being shorthanded as personnel goes, the Ledgers with a huge win, and now they create the possible scenario where if Lamira holds on to their 14-0 lead against Campbellsport, Mayville's going to go back home and need to win to create a 3-way conference top tie.
Mayville is an excellent team. That would be an excellent battle next week. Lamira versus Mayville. Who could? I mean, that's a great game. I mean, that's a toss-up, a flip of a coin, so to speak.
There's one knee. He'll need one more, and the Ledgers are going to get to enjoy it. This is kind of a character type of test, too, especially when you're down numbers and you've got guys having to do things that they haven't done up to this point. Yeoman's work, and the Ledger's going to get a big win. And there's the knee that'll seal it.
First time Anderson takes the ball under center in a while. Usually shotgun formation.
So the Cardinals had won 3 straight in the series up through 2022. And now the Ledgers have won back-to-back in the series. As the clock ticking to 0 will make it official. Your Quest Interior scoreboard final, St. Mary Springs 10 and Mayville 3. We'll step away for a few, come back with final stats, totals, and more, and we'll talk to you next in the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show in a few after this on Radio Plus Sports.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Hey, I'm Jeff Cornelli. I'm the owner of Tavern on the Avenue, Bob's on the Avenue, Just Love Coffee on the Avenue. Just Love Coffee is a franchise out of Nashville, Tennessee. We actually interviewed 30 different people, and these people are above and beyond better than anybody else. 90% of the money that is made in the coffee shop is donated to charities. There's nothing in Fond du Lac like this business. It's very upscale, it's family oriented. We got kids games, the kids can play their games, the families can come here at birthday parties and have coffee at the same time.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch.
At Camera Casino, we are making magic happen. If you have a lot of slides sitting at home, we can magically put them on a CD for you. Need a different lens? We can fix that.
If you need something to carry all of your equipment, watch this. Oh, sometimes smaller is better.
Whether you're looking for cameras, tripods, or accessories, Camera Casino can make magic happen for you.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
Kendra is another great success story from Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Some of the services that I really love is they offer a salt booth, sauna, IV therapy, and vibration therapy. Those are some of my favorite. I was able to work with a coach, and we looked at what I need for myself and my body and my hormones, and we made a plan. Foods that I eat, the exercise that I need. You'll carry this knowledge with you forever.
Into the Woods Wellness of Fond du Lac.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace.
Mayville, for the first time, the Cardinals fall. It's 10-3. The final. You're inside the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank. Fox Valley Savings Bank. So the Cardinals fall to 7-1, 5-1 in conference. The Ledgers move to the same record. Lamira was in position to remain as the lone unbeaten team in the Flyway. Mayville and Lamira meet to wrap up the regular season at Ray Dunn next week, setting up what could be a wild scenario.
So check this out, Scott. I've done the math. I'm not very good at math, but I've done it. If Mayville can somehow beat Lamira next week, that puts and Springs takes care of business against WLA, that means all three teams would have one loss. It would be three-way tie conference championship. Everyone will get a gold ball for the trophy case.
And what that also keeps in mind, though, is what that might do to playoff seeding for all three, because unbeaten conference champ, depending upon the teams that qualify versus one-loss tri-conference champ, can change the vote, so to speak.
Well, either way, all three of those teams, if they take care of business next week, now, of course, Mayville or Lamira is going to lose next week. Lamira, of course, is in the driver's seat. They control their own destiny. If they win, they're conference champs. If they lose and Springs beats WLA, three-way tie.
Turning point of the game, it's brought to you by Marian University. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. So, Brad, there were a few that we could argue about in the second half, particularly. What would you lean on as far as the turning point?
Well, the turning points were the big fourth downs that Mayville took the chance and tried to get the fourth down converted. 3 times they were not successful. Only 1 time they were successful. That's an advantage to the Ledgers. The Ledgers capitalized on it, scored the the field goal to tie it up 3-3. And the other fourth down they didn't get. The Ledgers drove the whole length of the field to score the touchdown, which was the go-ahead score.
So that is your turning point of the game, brought to you by Marian University. Log on, marianuniversity.edu, and get started today. One more break, and we're back to wrap things up. You're inside the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. We're back to Fruth one more time after this on Radio Plus Sports.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
Upgrade now and get more vehicle for your buck during the Truck Month sale at Holiday. Score deep closeout savings on 2024 Chevy Silverado or lock in rates as low as 0%, stackable with bonus and trade assist cash plus deferred payments while you enjoy our genuine guest care.
It's impressive how easy car buying can be with Team Holiday on your side. I'm New York running back Braylon Allen, and I drive Holiday.
Take a test drive, find yours, and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Back in Fond du Lac one final time to Fruth Memorial. Quest Interior scoreboard final says Springs 10, Mayville 3. Both teams now with identical 7-1 overall records, both with identical 5-1 conference marks. Lamira was in position with a 14-0 second half lead to be the remaining and only unbeaten conference team. Again, Mayville returns home to finish their season next week against Lamira, possibly setting up a three-way tie possibility for the conference as WLA and Springs tangle to wrap up the regular season as well. BCI Burke brings you the player of the game. Looking for a new career? Log on to burkecareers.com. Brad, who we got?
Well, I said before the broadcast that the keys of the game were going to be the quarterbacks, the two senior captains. You had 5 Clark and 3 Anderson on both sides of the ball. I said whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is probably going to win this game. They both had one interception, but Ben Anderson's interception was a 3rd and long. Didn't really hurt the Ledger. It was basically like a long punt. I'm going to give it to Ben Anderson. He didn't have tons of amazing plays, no 80-yard runs, but he got the job done when it counted. When he needed a big 3rd or 4th down, he got the Ledger's first down. They relied on him heavy there that last drive. 6 out of 7 plays where Ben Anderson had the ball.
Ledgers finished the game, 236 yards of total offense. Ben Anderson, aforementioned, 16 carries, 92 yards, and the majority of those came in the second half, and as you said, 6 of the last 7 to seal the game. Will Stellmacher added 39 yards on 17 carries, tough yards they were. Brody Highland had a carry for 6. Through the air, Anderson was 7 of 13 for 99 yards with that first half interception, but he was efficient in the second half, and the passing set up what ended up being the touchdown drive and the deciding factor in the game. 12 first downs. Noah Mall had 3 catches for 46 yards. Khalil Rebeck also had 3 catches covering 29 yards. And the Ledgers clicked off 8 first downs in the second half. They ended up 7 of 15 third down conversions, 1 of 3 on 4th. They committed 3 penalties, costing them 30 yards. For Mayville, 212 total yards of offense, Sawyer Hardesty led the way, 19 carries, 87 yards, but his longest run was a single carry of 10 yards. Everything else was hard-earned, averaging about 4.5 a carry. Jordan Schlender, 5 totes for 43 yards. Landon Baker, 6 for 14. Ryan Clark had a handful of carries in the second half, ending 7 carries for 29 yards. Clark was 4 of 7 through the air, did not throw in the second half. Mayville ran less than 20 plays on offense in the second half on only 3 drives. All 3 ended in fourth down turnover on down stops defensively. They had 11 first downs in the first half, only 3 in the second half, partially due to the fact they converted only 1 of 7 on third down and 1 of 5 on fourth down, including 0 of 3 in the second half, which ultimately spelled doom for them. Again, our next broadcast, if you're following Mayville, it'll be at home at Ray Dunn for them to wrap up the regular season next week. And we're telling this before we sign off because that's AirTech bringing you our next game broadcast. It'll be Mayville and Lamira. You can find that here on Radio Plus Sports, radioplusinfo.com. We'll sign on around 6:20 again with the pregame and work toward kickoff at Ray Dunn. If you're looking for St. Mary Springs, they'll be taking on WLA. About the same setup, pregame and kickoff at 7. Both teams wrap up the regular season. AirTech, have it in your home. Knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. Go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule. And we can tell you again, we told you what we can tell you certainly for now, those 2 schedules. Lamira looking to go into that game in Week 9 against Mayville unbeaten. It was a tooth-and-nail game. Again, barely over 200 yards, both teams. The Ledgers with numbers down found a way to get it done, take some momentum into Week 9. Possibly this, if they pull out the win and do take care of WLA next week, this is going to help their seed most likely coming off of that loss last week.
And it's important to note that Mayville has Lamira at home next week, so Lamira is going to be, ready for that that conference championship, but Mayville's not going to lay down and die. They're going to definitely want to win that game because if they do, they could be a 3-way tie.
And for them, it's going to affect seeding because we're getting to that point where playoff positioning is a factor. Both these teams here are in. Both have 5 wins. Next week's going to be about positioning.
A 3-way tie happened just a few years ago in the flyweight. Campbell Sport, St. Mary Springs, and Mayville all had only 1 loss near. They all beat each other. It was a 3-way tie.
I believe that was 2021, not that long ago. So for the crew tonight, Colby, Kyle, and Aiden, Brad Lenz at my side, Scott and I saying so long from Fruth Memorial. Again, the final Quest Interior scoreboard. Springs victorious 10-3 over the Mayville Cardinals. You've been watching high school sports on radioplusinfo.com.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust, your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops, with most installed by next week and completed in just 1 day. And because we fabricate our countertops in-house, you can buy direct and save money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, a remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese.
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tegla-Petra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza.
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage.
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling.
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive.
Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery.
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness.
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University.
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works.
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pinot Construction.
Real estate agent Brock Fleischer. Back in action.
Camera Casino,